Let's play DR Sports Prediction Battle. Are you obsessed with football like me? Do you know your Senegal from your Switzerland, your Ghana from your Germany, your England from your Ecuador? Put your knowledge to the test against me or any of the others playing DR Sports Prediction Battle this World Cup. Sign up and play by clicking the link. You just have to get the most right to win. Being obsessed with football might actually pay off. Just look at me.
You're too busy on your phone.
Every single
do
my prediction. Every stream we laugh at that advert.
We live,
but it's actually so good.
We live.
Yeah, I know. Good morning, everyone.
We know we live.
I know.
You don't know you're live.
Brennan's back, and he like that. I mean, Brennan's back.
You were too distracted by that great advert there.
Exactly. Who was starring in it? I didn't actually see.
No, we didn't see like Charlene. Can we read the advert again with Charlene,
in there?
It's such a good advert. I swear we say it every stream. But if you want to win cash prizes, then click the link, sign up, and make your picks. There's over £125,000 to win in the group stages, and you can start from playing for as little as £1. You must be 18 and over to play. There are daily specials and flash games to stay with us for all of Qatar 2022. Make sure you scan the QR code to play. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We had an amazing day yesterday, saw great games on here, didn't we? I mean, who was on yesterday morning? You were here, weren't you?
Yeah, yesterday morning. I think that was the best game of the tournament.
So far.
That Saudi Arabia game. I mean, the England game was brilliant, obviously. But that Saudi Arabia-Argentina game, we were here for it. And you know, sometimes, you know, football does that a lot, you know. Games in which you think it's just going to be a standard, they throw up the amazing game. I think that's one of the biggest shocks I've ever seen at a World Cup, man. I mean,
absolutely brilliant.
Saudi Arabia, and they were brilliant, Saudi Arabia.
And you've got to give Nicky credit, because he called it, didn't he? He actually said that this could be the shock, you know.
Yeah.
I thought he was, drinking from the night before. He was actually quite right, like, you know. It was a great game, and even the game afterwards, and it was a 0-0.
Yeah, but
it was only 0-0, like, you know.
Yeah.
And the referee yesterday, by the way, you know, what's a referee?
Yeah, it was really good, really good.
I think that's the first time in my life I've ever actually seen someone go to the monitor and then not actually change his decision.
It was never a penalty, and it was going to ruin the game, wouldn't it? Like, you know what I mean?
Because how many times do you see that, especially in the Premier League, referees, they don't go with the decision, VAR says you need to go and check something, and usually they bottle it and change their mind.
I thought that, you're right. It was
really
brilliant because, you know, over here in the Premier League, it's more or less, they're never going to go against it. But he was like, no. Yeah, it was brilliant. And the France game, hey, they look good, France,
They
man.
did look good, France.
They look good. That Dembele and Mbappe on the wings.
And Giroud up front as well.
Yeah,
like,
Giroud, you know, now he's matched the record.
Henry's record. Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, like watching, you know, we got some class. We've got class players in England, so when you're watching Mbappe, oh my God.
I said it before, right?
Oh my God.
I said it before the tournament. I was arguing with someone the other day. He is the best player in the world.
Yeah.
People keep saying
Haaland.
He's better than Haaland.
Oh no.
He's got a better all-round game than Haaland. Haaland, you have to give him the ball, right? And give him it in the positions, and then he's devastating. Mbappe creates his own stuff, creates for other people, scores goals. He plays in a team with Neymar and Messi, overshadows them every week.
Well, hang on, right? Are you a Ronaldo man or a Messi man?
I'm probably... It's close, man.
Because
I can never really figure... probably slightly Ronaldo.
Well, there you go. Well, you're going against your own argument because you're saying Mbappe can do so much more than Haaland, who's just more of a finisher and lethal like that. But Messi can do 10 times more than what Ronaldo can do.
No,
but
Ronaldo.
He's got onto his game, so you're going against yourself a little bit.
Ronaldo in his pomp, right?
He's unbelievable.
He take players on, his dribbling skills and all that, and he's better in the air than Messi.
He's better.
So that's why I'm saying it's. But you look at Mbappe when he plays, right? You look at him last night. He literally won. He was the catalyst for that game.
Absolutely.
He changed they went 1-0 down. It's almost like he's like, yeah, give me the ball, man.
But how many times has Haaland pulled City out the fire this year? He's also done the same thing.
And then listen, it's a bit unfortunate. You sure that's the one with the opening?
It says it on top. Don't get mixed up.
Our delivery of coffees this morning.
By the way, I've set everybody up again, and I haven't heard no thank yous.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
It's
so
all right.
much, Robbie.
It's all right. Tomorrow,
That's Robbie's one. That.
I love
I'll
this.
be on my way to Qatar, right? And there'll be no more croissants or nothing like that.
You better leave your card
Do you
here.
know what? I'm not in tomorrow morning, so lovely.
Tomorrow, me and Matisse can figure it out together.
Is he going to be all right, Matisse? Is he?
Yeah, I just want to say there are some people in the chat who are saying, has Matisse got the day off today?
Oh my God.
I believe, is
Matisse
Matisse
yesterday.
in later on today?
I don't know.
I don't actually know if he is or he isn't.
Hopefully he'll make it, man. But he was in a bad way, man.
Yeah, sending our
Check out these croissants.
our condolences to Matisse for
I must say,
yesterday.
they smell amazing.
Yeah, they look really good, don't they, from that
Go on,
place?
you're going to have first choice then.
First choice. Do you know what?
Robbie's going to be last choice.
You can get stuck right in. Oh, she's really thinking about it.
They all look so
They do look
good.
really good. Yeah, absolutely. What
it's
you
a
were
nice cup of
saying,
coffee, isn't it?
Rob, last
I
night,
go
the
for
France
this one.
game, we had Raoul on here yesterday as well.
Yeah.
And Raoul was very kind of adamant that he didn't think France were really going to be anything. He said, I think they could be a shock. They could go out in the group stages. But you know what? It just shows you, just because they're missing, the likes of
Benzema
Kante,
and
Pogba,
Nkunku.
and Cuckoo.
Pogba, like you said, and
Yeah.
they still look good. And
Oh, wow.
as I said, to me, Mbappe is the best player in the world. I'm sorry, he's better than Haaland. I'll stick by that. I mean,
There you go, mate.
he's just, you don't want to think?
I'm allergic to nuts, so it's better not to risk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let's not have...
He's got, yeah, we can't after Matisse yesterday. We don't need no more thing. But he was unreal.
Allergic to good footballers and all sporting.
That's one dig too far, mate. That's one dig too
Wow, I
far.
can't believe he's slagging up Ronaldo.
I'm not slagging him off, but Messi is by far the greatest player in the world. And I heard you guys yesterday. I couldn't
By
believe
far.
my ears.
I won't say by far.
Maradona's better than him, Ronaldo's better than him. He is the greatest player to ever grace the game. The things he can do with a ball at his feet is like nothing else.
Maradona.
No, look, I mean, I was alive to watch Maradona, I saw him many times myself, but
He was unreal.
Messi is...
Maradona won World Cups.
For the years he's done it.
Maradona lifted up teams and won World Cups.
Okay, but this whole thesis that Messi can't do it internationally, he carried
he didn't do it yesterday, did he?
He carried Argentina to the final of the World Cup. Are we forgetting the Copa America in which he won man of the match?
Didn't win it.
He won. They won the Copa America.
No, he didn't win the World Cup.
Okay,
Carried
no,
them to the final.
He carried them to the final, and he carried his side to a Copa America, winning man of the match in every single game aside from the final.
Maradona's done that twice.
Yeah, and I was surprised by the stat, right, that they said yesterday, where they said that Messi has never scored a goal outside of the group stages of a World Cup. Maradona was scoring goals in the final to win them the World Cup.
Well, he's setting up players, he's a selfless guy. It's like you handing out croissants, he's out there handing out goals, he's a nice guy. What can you say?
You're the Messi of breakfast, pretty much.
But on that Mbappe thing, do you think it could be a little bit of a blessing in disguise, maybe, that Benzema's injured? I know it's hard to say because obviously he's a Ballon d'Or winner, but with the way Giroud links up with them to unlock other players in the side?
No, I think
But
Benzema would have been even better. So,
but in the World Cup, Giroud linked up very well with them.
yeah, he did. I mean, the delivery as well from Mbappe was unreal.
Just a joke.
Honestly, he's a brilliant
that
player.
fourth
Man.
goal was unbelievable.
Amazon Prime delivery.
Stood
The way he stood, then he just took off the guy and left. I was feeling on both sides, right, with Mbappe and Dembele, he's lightning as well. I felt sorry for the fullbacks.
I do as well.
I'm like, yo.
I really did. There's lots of people in the chat who have an opinion on this. Peter says it's a day off for Matisse. He is going to be in later. I believe he is doing the Belgium v Canada one. So if you want to see if he lived to tell the tale after his death chili experience, tune in and see if he makes it. Morocco win 3-1. JP says Mbappe overshadows Neymar and Messi. Actually, I forgot to read the end, but he said, clearly you don't watch PSG because he doesn't. Is that correct? Kent says Mbappe is the future, that's for sure. Wheezy says Haaland is a tapping merchant. In terms of this game, Ridwan says Croatia squad is ageing against the young Moroccan side. They will struggle. Let's quickly focus on this game, which is Morocco taking on Croatia. There's obviously a few world-class players I can think of at the top of my head for Croatia in terms of Modric, Perisic. Just had to do that to see your face.
Right. Come on, Morocco. That's all I'm saying.
I just literally had to do that to see your face. We will get the team sheet up for you in a second. But Charlene, you have got Morocco, haven't you, in the sweepstakes? So you are supporting Morocco.
I'm supporting Morocco today. I'm a bit gutted that there's no sweepstakes swap because obviously I want England. So I might have to have a word with Robbie after the show today.
I think it was done in mind to make sure everyone is super peaceful.
It is peaceful when you can swap.
No, there was
and have something to fight for.
There was fights going on like behind the scenes.
maybe we'll see if we can wrangle it for after the group stages if your team is still in.
Yes, we'll try and wrangle it. But in terms of today's game, I reckon, that the favourites probably are Croatia, but I'm supporting Morocco and you never know what might happen.
I've just seen, is it Perisic is playing?
Perisic is playing up front.
Come on, Morocco.
Yeah, we will have the team
We got
sheet
Ziyech
for you
World class he is,
shortly.
apparently. Talking Spurs. Talking all those Spurs fans. World class.
He's an OAP, mate.
Oh, wow, okay.
Perisic, man.
In terms of Morocco, there is the likes of Ziyech, who plays for them, Hakimi as well. Boufal from the Premier League, we've obviously seen before. Who else is there that you are looking forward to seeing in terms of Morocco? Does anyone else follow anyone closely for Morocco?
I didn't realise that Hakimi played for Morocco. There you go, so.
There we go.
Player to watch.
Charlene, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't all doom and gloom.
It's
today.
not
Exactly.
One of the best fullbacks in world football.
Yes, without a doubt.
It's definitely not all doom and gloom. Ash has sent a super
Just
chat.
behind Ben White.
Ash has sent a super chat saying
can't
Messi
disagree
won
with
the
that
Champions League. Robbie, where was Maradona?
Messi won the what?
Messi won the Champions League. Where was Maradona?
Different
yeah,
format.
They didn't have a Champions League them days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
There we go, Ash.
It's like my argument. Leeds are technically the most decorated side in English football. We've won the first division for 30 years in a row, is it now? 31 years in a row?
Kent says Maradona was on Messi's level at this peak.
Maradona
Maradona won the World Cup.
They do drugs in Leeds.
Jose says Ronaldo would never lose a World Cup final.
Well, he's never been in one, has he? So.
Fede says Messi is a video game player. He's not real, so he's discounted. Vladimir says Messi, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Maradona,
Messi is
Baggio, Zidane, Ronaldinho, real Ronaldo, every single one is better than Messi, and may say 3 or 4 more players.
Listen, Messi's, let's get this right. Messi is one of the best. He's one of the best players ever to play football. There's no two ways about that.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, he's not as good as Maradona. Never ever, in my opinion.
I agree with
my
Lee.
opinion. Like, and it ain't necessarily about what he's done, whatever he's done. Listen, Messi has won Champions League because he's played at a fantastic football team in Barcelona. Maradona went to Napoli who had won nothing and won in the league twice.
Yep.
When Italy, by the way, then Robbie was like the top league.
Went to Barcelona, won them the league, and I think when we went to Barcelona, they hadn't been winning it for a while as well.
Okay, but could you argue if Messi wins PSG the Champions League this year, does that not completely negate that?
I think Messi to be ranked as the same level as Maradona needs to win the World Cup. Because that's what Maradona done a couple of times. He was just unbelievable.
That's like me saying Maradona has to win 7 Ballon d'Ors.
Nah, but it's because
the longevity has to be taken into account here.
I personally don't think that for me Messi has got to win the World Cup now. I think at the end of the day, I don't know what he does.
To be ranked with Maradona or Pele, he needs to win that World Cup.
It'd be very interesting what the Argentinian public, can we phone Argentina and see if we can get?
Well, they've been very critical of him in the past, haven't they? Because they said up until when they won the Copa America, they've been very critical that he's not delivered on the world stage. But just going back to Morocco, by the way, right? They got some this is going to be a good game because both teams have got great players, right? And obviously Modric, you've seen Perisic there, Tottenham's Perisic, he's a good player. Ziyech, remember, in the African Cup of Nations, they threw him out of the team. They threw Ziyech out of the team. He had an argument with the coach, but I think he's back in now because it's a different coach. But Morocco, I watched them in the African Cup of Nations. They're a good side, man, and they've got very good players, man. Hakimi, like you said, he's a brilliant player.
Let's get some predictions. Of course, make sure you scan the QR code that's on your screens. You can also enter and do your prediction battle as well. Rob, what's your prediction for this game?
Ooh, I'm gonna go 2-1 to Morocco.
Ooh.
because again, this is another team. I know they're an African team, but North African team near to the Middle East. I just think that vibe is going to help some of the sort of Middle Eastern North African teams. We saw yesterday they've got a big lifter for what Saudi Arabia did. You can see in the stadium the support for the Moroccans is unbelievable. Look at that! Literally everybody there is Moroccan, right? So honestly, right? Do not discount the Moroccans. I think 2-1 Morocco.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Everyone's back in Morocco, so I've got to go Croatia. And games are won and lost in the midfield. I think it's the most important position on the pitch. And the itches are too good, man. Kovacic, Brozovic, Modric.
My eyesight's so bad, so if you can read those,
yeah,
please do.
Okay, well, I will read the Croatian lineup. You've got Dominik Likovic, Borna Sosa, Josko Gvardiol, who I think is going to be very imperative this game. Josip Joranovic, Mateo Kovacic, Brozovic, Modric, Perisic, Kramaric, and Nikola Vlasic.
Very well done.
Well done.
Very well done. What was your scoreline again?
3-2. I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
3-2. Lee, would you like to read the Morocco?
Yeah, I'll start with that. Number 1, number 3, number 6, number 5.
Go on, give it a go.
I can't. It's not come up on the screen.
I know.
It's,
yeah.
down
there.
There it is. They're on the big one.
Buna,
Yeah.
Hakimi,
Yeah.
Sass.
Size plays for Wolverhampton.
Wolves, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Aguero.
Aguero.
Well, now there's no
Aguero.
chance.
Aguerd.
Aguero.
Masaralu.
Masaru.
Hawala.
Mazraoui.
Unawi.
Amarat.
No.
Siech. Allah. Bufu.
Boufal.
And En-Nesyri.
En-Nesyri.
He used to play.
Premier League.
He rings a bell.
If anyone knows
Which
the
Villa one?
Does he remind you of Sam
I can't remember who
Nasri?
he used to play.
Seville.
He was in.
Well done, guys.
Thank you,
well
Rada.
done. That was a very good team effort, and that got me out of doing that one.
James,
so thank you very much.
He had the easier ones.
What was your prediction?
Listen, I'm with Charlene on this sofa. We want Morocco, but I do think that Croatia have got so many good players, in my opinion.
Scoreline?
1-0.
1-0. Shah?
To Morocco.
No, unfortunately, Croatia.
Wow.
What?
I know.
That's like...
That doesn't make it so that I'm not going to be cheering. There's Spurs and ex-Spurs players in this team, so I'm Morocco all the way.
What's your prediction, then?
Do you know what? I'm expecting a high-scoring game as well. Obviously, I'm going to back Morocco. Think, like I said, favourites are Croatia, but 3-1 Morocco. I
love the little flag. It's so cute.
So do I. Representing.
Very cute. Very, very cute. I think this is going to be another high-scoring one as well, actually. I think this could be a draw. But like a 2-2 draw.
Love that stadium.
Oh, that's a lovely stadium, isn't it?
It's a lovely little
Beautiful.
stadium. Of course, guys, send in your predictions as well and make sure you scan the barcode, enter the prediction battle and play along with us and your friends and family. Just having a look through some of the super chats. Ash said a few words on Romero's performance from yesterday. It was directed to you, but I likened it up to the floor.
Go on, tell us.
To the floor. Just carrying on his normal form, really, for Spurs, just getting sat down in the box.
Well, can I just say...
It wasn't all his fault.
Listen,
I mean, to be fair, Argentina, I think were poor yesterday.
This thing about Romero, I remember when we done the Spurs debate thing. Everyone was saying it was all going on about how good he was, and since then he's not been. I don't think he was that. I don't think you can blame him for that goal.
No,
by the way, it was. I thought it was a great goal.
I think
you can
to
in a way.
He wasn't the sole, reason.
You can in a way because he's right next to the player, right, and the way he's got away from him and managed to get that shot in, that is a defensive error.
Which is something he didn't have in his game so much last season, but since he came back from injury, he has been prone.
Actually got him. Stayed out of the Tottenham team, claimed he was injured so that he could make sure he played in the World Cup.
There was a few players that did that. I wasn't very happy about it.
There's a lot of. Do you notice that though? With a lot of the.
You didn't help yourself.
South American teams, they're very much like that, aren't they? Where.
Anthony did the same for United, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's a few of them done it. That they turned around and said we're not fit and all that. I was actually speaking to my Spurs mate, I suppose, who's a season ticket.
You can have friends who are Spurs.
Yeah,
you know.
I suppose, you know.
And he turned around and said, he goes, I bet, you know, all my money that he'll play in that first game after
Ramiro.
and he has. So
Yeah.
I don't know how Spurs fans are going to react to that.
They took him off. They took him off and brought on Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, listen, defensively, I was a bit surprised at Argentina. I thought they'd be a bit stronger defensively. You know what I mean?
Well, they had two shots, didn't they? Two
Yeah, but
I
still-
thought they had two fantastic. The second
Two
goal,
great
by the
goals,
way,
but even on the second goal,
you could look at it defensively.
again, you know what I mean? Look how much time and space he had to you know, that wasn't great
God.
Do you think
defending.
they took them a little bit light?
They might have done. I reckon they. I mean, to be fair, they were playing well in it. They had a couple of goals disallowed that were really marginal, you know. So, but I don't know if they took them lightly. I think they just got surprised. I was surprised, man.
I think
see
everyone
Saudi
was.
Arabia, the way they pressed and how brave they were, and up. I was like, wow.
It was the energy, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were up
couldn't
in
do
their
that.
And the
faces.
Second
spirit
half.
and the heart that they played with. So I think they did
Yeah.
underestimate them.
Compared to,
Absolutely.
say, Iran, when they played against England the
Crossing
other
the
night, where they
arse, was
just
it?
literally in the first half put
literally
everybody
everywhere.
behind the ball.
Yeah, but or was that just England showing
everywhere.
cutting edge that
Messi.
Argentina
They
didn't?
say.
Yeah,
Messi.
that's true.
I mean, I think it was a game of two halves, really. First half, Argentina should
Yeah.
have put them to bed.
Yeah, they should
If they
have
could
done
actually
exactly
time
right.
their run, they didn't have a team full of Timo Werners up front, then would have been a different story. But
We are about to kick off in the Morocco-Croatia game. Luka Modric is the first player to play in both the European Championship and the World Cup in 3 different decades. I mean, what a player Luka Modric is. You can take, you know, the Spurs element out of it,
That's
Lee. He's
brilliant.
been at Madrid for pretty much his whole career now.
Yeah, and I'm going to be really honest with you. You know, he was a good player at Spurs,
He was
wasn't
a
he?
great
But
player at Spurs.
you know, did I think that he would go on and be like a real superstar player? No, I didn't. I thought he'd be
Ballon
like,
d'Or winner.
Ballon
But
d'Or winner.
yeah,
Deservedly
you know.
so. He's been super impressive year in, year out.
well, I don't think he deserved that Ballon d'Or, but he deserves some kind of recognition for his
Definitely.
work.
I think
Yeah,
he's,
he
you
did,
know,
he did.
Listen, Croatia, by the way, you have to give them credit. Since really coming on the scene in the mid-90s and all that, they've always been there and thereabouts. Small
Always that
nation.
good. Yeah, it's true. Small nation, always got great
They've had
players.
some players, haven't they?
Modric,
through this
even you
time.
look at that team, like you said, that midfield, Modric, you know,
Kovacic.
Kovacic, I think it's fantastic.
Brozovic,
player.
Brozovic is a good player as well.
yeah.
You know, they've always had outstanding players. Lovren at the back, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool legend.
Yeah.
They go back, like David Suker, what a player he was, by the way.
David, Davor Suker.
Oh,
And don't forget, of course, Croatia beat England in 2018 to knock
Yeah.
them out and go to the final. So
Yeah,
this
that's
is
a
a
good
team that's
ball.
definitely up there with recognition. They might be a little bit on the older side, but I think you have to give them some
Yeah.
type of credit.
Look at the support from Morocco, man.
I just got to
Man.
say,
Oh,
It looks like it's just
I
all
watched
Morocco there.
with that Ramosh and
Ramesh Raghunathan.
and thing about England yesterday. Like, you've seen it?
no.
They go behind the scenes at England and all that. Like,
Oh, really?
and I'll tell you what, like, Gareth Southgate comes across as a really fun guy. You know what I mean? So I've sort of changed my mind about him a little bit after.
Oh, I
watching
love
it,
him,
so.
man. He's so as a person. Like, I don't think there's ever been an England manager that I want to see succeed so much. Like, even when I see him celebrating on the touchline, it just makes me even happier.
Yeah,
Just
he's
seeing
really
happy.
comes across what he's done, and they had like it was quite good because they're both Arsenal fans, aren't they? And they meet Harry Kane, and they were saying like, oh, look, so it's hard to be not nice to it, not you have to be nice, and it come across really. Harry Kane comes across it really well, so it's worth watching.
I told you I met him, man, and when I met him, I wanted him to be horrible, but he weren't.
He's just not
And,
that type of person.
he had a lot of time for. He was at St George's Park, right, and there was like loads of people, loads of players, and that were taking photos with the England team, were taking photos and stuff like, and talking to a load of fans that they brought there. And a lot of players that were there, you know, they did do it, but you could see it was like their duty to do it. So they took a 4 or 5 and went. He did everybody. Harry Kane. And then when he came up to me, he goes, "Oh, I know you." I said, "Yeah, I know you and all." and I don't want to picture. You know what I mean? But fair play
But you
to him.
did get
man.
one with him, didn't you, at the
Yeah,
NFL?
you joking? No, man.
the
But,
NFL.
but to be fair to him, man, I was like, I was like, wow. I looked at how he operated and I was like, hey, he's a proper guy. And then even when I went to that Tottenham, that American football, and I was in the box next to his one, again at half time, like everybody in that box was taking picture of him. There's a load of Tottenham fans in there. And he had time for all of them. I was looking, I was like, there's a lot of players that might have took one or two and they're gone.
Because that was the day after.
And he didn't have to do it because he's in the next box. He came over to that one and did it. I was like,
he's an
fair
ultimate professional.
And you have to say
he gets too much unfair criticism.
Fair play to
just
him.
Absolutely no apparent
He just
reason.
lost to Arsenal the day before that. Didn't
the
they?
day before he did, yeah.
Shouldn't have even been out, should have he? Should have been like staying indoors.
Anyway, let's park the Arsenal chat. Let's park that. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Perry says, tears for Matisse's guts this morning after the chili.
Oh, jeez.
Notorious Life says Morocco got too much sauce. Jason says people always go on nostalgia when Messi retires. I can guarantee you lot that people talk about Messi in higher regard.
He's brilliant. But by the way, no one's saying he's not. It's touch and go who's the best.
God,
Oh,
Croatia.
I'm just
well
saying
done.
that I don't know. I don't think Maradona was just a player could win a game on his own.
I don't even.
Messi
think it's
can as well,
conversation,
but to say it's not a conversation, I'm sorry, you're wrong.
Nah, what Messi's done for his longevity, never.
James, you've not seen Maradona.
Well, you don't know how old I am, mate.
Well, you haven't seen Maradona. Anybody that's seen Maradona wouldn't be saying that.
Yeah.
He was a class act. And also, I've got to say, going back to it, he never had the protection.
Yeah, if you imagine if he was playing now, right? Because what he used to, literally, there's players who come out now, like in them times, they go, yeah, we just used to kick him, right? And they got away with it in those days. They wouldn't even get a card or nothing. Now, if he was playing, that's a good move by Croatia. If he was playing, what was that? He tried to kick it away, kicked it onto his own
What
foot.
is this game of pinball?
It's crazy.
Come on.
They got clear it.
Smack it.
Well,
Croatia's definitely looking way stronger, boy.
Yeah.
Croatia have started better, innit?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
They seem a bit slow though, a bit stiff. Need
When
some
did
WD-40.
Portugal play? When are they?
Isn't that tonight?
I think Portugal is
Tomorrow. Ghana tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Ghana, who Belgium says are going to win it.
Who's? Oh, because he's Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Germany, Japan is coming up straight after this game. So obviously make
That's
sure
my
you stay
team, man.
tuned with us.
That's my team,
Do you want to
Japan.
watch along with us for Japan?
Yeah, I've got Japan. Japan's my team. That's what I picked out
Good. I'm
in
glad.
the sweepstake, man. None of us got good teams, did we?
No, I've got Cameroon. But who knows? Maybe Cameroon could
Cameroon are
could
playing
do
today as
something
well, aren't they?
magical.
No.
I believe Cameroon is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Today we've got Germany, Japan, Spain, Costa Rica, and Belgium, Canada. Thai is on the later shows this afternoon for anyone who is a Thai fan.
Yeah.
Am I a Thai fan? No, I'm not.
You're the biggest Thai fan.
Leave our Thai alone.
I
Leave
love
him alone.
Thai. I haven't seen him. He's sort of doing the night. The
No,
later
but you
games,
weren't there
yeah.
last night because he went to the Arsenal under-21 game against
Stevenage.
Stevenage.
What a guy. What a guy. He never wavers on his
Yeah.
support.
Lost.
They lost 3-2, yeah.
Ocean says Hakimi, Ziyech, Mazrui, Boufal going to cause problems today. Justice said Charlene on a hype for the win.
He's what?
Are you on a hype for the win?
Yeah, definitely. It looks like we're picking up a bit of rhythm now
What
as
is it?
well. We're here on the attack. Have we got a shot?
And that shot
take
it down,
a shot,
shot it down.
Oh.
Got to get his shot off.
Oh,
Mate.
Also, I've got to say,
We need an early goal.
big up for Beth Mead. I couldn't believe that yesterday.
I know. Get well soon, Beth.
Out
Get
for-
well soon.
for- Probably out of the World Cup as
it's
well.
such a
like.
shame. It's such a shame for her to miss the Women's World Cup. But who knows? Some people have come back.
It's an ACL.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
someone was saying yesterday it's 8 months to the World Cup.
Yeah, because
You know, it's
She
8
should.
to 9 months of injury, isn't it?
she could make it back, but it depends how bad it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
How bad it is. You know.
Do you know when I see it, it looks innocuous and all, doesn't it? It's all those ones
A
always.
lot of them ACLs that are like
always-
that,
they
innit?
never
just,
like it.
you
They
just
just
see
like
them
to
walk
see
off,
it.
or do you think,
Apparently, the French defender, is it?
yeah, he done his
he's
ACL as
done
well.
his-
Hernandez.
Hernandez, yeah.
Oh, yesterday when he went
Yesterday.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's they're always the ones that you don't think they're like a super bad challenge, but
Yeah.
they are.
See what they did? That was a bad foul. That was. They bought his he came off and his brother came on.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
right.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Ash says, why are we judging the GOAT based on a World Cup every 4 years consisting of 7 games? It should be about consistency and what you do week in, week out.
No, because the reason why we're judging it in that way, right, is because Maradona did everything as well. So he did it for clubs, he did it for Boca Juniors, he did it for Barcelona. He did, like Lee said, he went to Napoli, he hadn't won a thing, right?
So you want to go
then he
against
won
someone
league,
for being loyal?
Hold on, he won league titles for Napoli, right? So he's done it all at the club levels, right? And then now he's done it on the world level as well. So that's why, you know.
Yeah, but he's done it, but he hasn't done as much. He hasn't played as many games. He hasn't scored as many goals. He hasn't got as many assists.
Yeah, because his career wasn't as long as, you know. And
Exactly,
I think
but that's a credit to Messi, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that is. But I think in those times, right, your career was never going to be as long because, you know, you get kicked. Left, right,
and also, an assist wasn't about when I was playing in Maradona. Like, you know what I mean? We didn't go in and just, I've got an assist. Like, I mean, it just wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like,
selfish generation. What can you say?
Like,
Very, very selfish.
For me, Maradona.
Time to wake up says Morocco 1, Croatia 0. Novak says Morocco 1, Croatia 3. Mezap says Morocco will win 4-2. I did it, said Morocco 3-1. Lots of people back in Morocco, Charles.
So far, it's been a close game, but, you know, I think the Croatians have started better.
Yeah, I think Croatia has started better. But we'll grow into it.
We've got one here that says 5-5 thriller. That would be amazing. 5-5.
Yes.
Thriller in Manila.
Could you
Why is
imagine?
that funny, Lee? You're back in Croatia.
I'd love to see that. Evans wants to know.
I'm Morocco.
Evans wants to know our thoughts on the Glazers putting United up for sale.
Yeah, good. Well, listen, for the fans, good. Probably for the rest of the league, not good, because if they get proper owners, they'll be a powerhouse. But you've got to say those Glazers have been absolutely disastrous for Man United, and they're probably the worst owners in the Premier League. I mean, they're like, honestly, the way you heard what Ronaldo said the other day, and he's right. And none of the United fans disagreed with what he was saying about the owners. Those owners are not interested in anything apart from making money. They're not interested in Man United doing big things.
But they have given them sufficient investment.
They've had loads of money.
They've had a lot of money.
I think a lot of it's just like, you know, there's no planning, there's no nothing. They didn't put no people in charge to try and win things. They've just thought, all right, every now and again we'll throw a load of money at it to hopefully, if we buy these players, Man United will win something. There's no planning. Look at the state of the ground.
Yeah.
Wasn't it that story
look at the training ground. Look at all those things. And
They
I mean,
haven't
what
invested
Ronaldo
in
was
the
talking
club.
about.
I have to say that Ronaldo coming out and saying that has sort of brought that to light. And
Yeah, he might have helped it. You know, United fans are slagging him off,
Yeah,
right?
the
But he's probably forced that situation.
if you actually go to Old Trafford, say I've always been not saying like I'm a myth of it, but always Old Trafford's been I've got to go. Wait.
Iconic grounds.
Yeah, iconic ground. But if you now, for the first time, went to Old Trafford now,
That's a dump.
You'd be a little bit.
You're disappointed.
Underwhelmed,
Yeah.
like, wouldn't you? Like, you know. What I mean?
Remember the last year when like all the water was falling through the roof and stuff like that. That's the richest
Doesn't that
club.
give it like a good vibe though, a good feel? Like Ellen
Water
Road.
falling through the roof on your head.
Yeah, like Ellen Road's a bit of a dump
Leaky.
as well, but it's, you know, you get
Ellen
in
Road
there
needs to
and
be,
it's tough.
yeah, but the Ellen Road you need a new ground as well. You've got to move with the time. Look what their neighbours are doing, Man City, right? It's not just the players they buy, it's everything about them, right? It's like
Yeah,
their
the ground,
training ground, their facilities, everything they do is so professional, so geared towards winning. And then Man United, these owners, it's not geared towards winning, it's geared towards making money. They know that they've got mega support. So every now and again, let's throw in a Ronaldo because we'll sell more shirts. Let's buy Pogba because, you know, there's no thought.
It's commercial. It's commercial. That's what they buy someone for the shirt.
Exactly. So if they get good owners, they get half-decent owners that really, it'd be worrying for the rest of the teams in the division because of the size of that football club and their support around the world. But those owners that are there, let's be real, they are terrible owners, man. Terrible.
The Clueders.
The Glazers.
It's a bit like the Cronkies. They kind of changed it a bit. The Cronkies now seem to get a bit more
the jury's been out on the Cronkies, right? They said now that they own the whole club, that things are going to change. We have seen changes, but let's wait and see.
To be fair, also with a lot of these American owners, my club's now, you know, part of that group. Are we forgetting?
Go on,
Go on, take a shot.
Are we forgetting what happened a couple years ago, which the Glazers were meant to be a driving force behind?
Exactly,
So,
the Super League.
Yeah.
The Glazers were...
Key
Oh,
in
yeah,
that.
you're actually seeing some of these owners who wanted that Super League thing now all of a sudden looking to bail out because now they're realising, the Liverpool owners as well, were big on the Super League thing. Now they're realising that they're not going to have that certified money year in, year out. They're thinking, oh, let me just cash in the chips.
I think they will, though. I
You
think
know?
it's only a matter of time. Like when they've all come out, they all said, oh, it's done in this particular guise of the Super League. They never came out and said, it's over, it's done. I think it's going to be 2-3 years,
Yeah,
and
they
they're all
go
going to
again,
come
they'll try
circling
again.
back and try it again.
I don't think they'll be able to do Super League.
And by the way, I don't think Leeds Ellen Road's a dump, by the way.
No, well, it's not. It's a beautiful ground.
No, Ellen Road, I love going there.
I
right?
think it's iconic.
But it does need
Oh, no,
modern.
absolutely, yeah.
And
It does
that's
need
the-
modernising.
That's the trouble now. You're losing these iconic grounds now. Like Highbury's gone, White Hart Lane's gone,
Everton,
Everton's
Everton,
the next one to go.
next
West
one's gone.
Upton Park, Ellen Road, Chelsea.
Yeah, but
Man
Leeds-
United, they were the great grounds.
Yeah, but
Like
you got
Man
mo-
City's gone. You know.
No, that's what I mean, though. You like the old
rough.
rustic vibe of it.
You've got to
The only thing I
modernise.
don't like is the toilets. You go in there and it's like you're walking through the River
I'm
Thames.
sorry,
It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, yeah, you've got to modernise.
Yeah,
right?
got to move
You-
these
right?
No, but you don't want to get like the way it's like so close to the pitch and it's a bit like you can feel
I mean,
it
you can,
shaking
modern,
a
you can,
bit.
modern,
But
you
you
can
can
modernise
modify
your
it,
ground
yeah.
and still achieve
I mean,
that.
look at Tottenham. That you're still literally on the pitch if you sit at the
It's
front.
not the same. Like a lot of Tottenham fans I speak to, they're like that old White Hart Lane
I would
that they had.
definitely prefer White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
I would wish we would never have got rid
What
of White
then
Hart
the
Lane.
Google Stadium, Optus Stadium? What's it
Just
going
the
to be?
name of the stadium. I don't care what
Do
it
you know
is.
what my thing is, right? My thing is this, right? Listen, I loved Highbury. It's the best games of my life were seen at Highbury, right? When we used to win everything. But at the end of the day, as a football club, you've got to modernise, man. We're in the 21st century now. You can't go to a ground like when I go to Palace. And you know what I mean? The toilets are absolute disgrace.
Well,
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Any of those football grounds you just named, right? At Ellen Road, say for instance, right? You try sitting down in your seat, right? You know what I mean? You're literally, a seat is, well, I know for me, the seat is like there, you know what I mean? If you stand up, you scrape it.
Oh, the worst part is they have poles everywhere.
Restricted view.
Yeah, restricted view and all that.
But also, what's
This is a
interesting about what Ronaldo said, some of the comments that he made, it's not just about obviously the stadium for a fan, but it's also about for the facilities for a player. Coming back, you want to have the best training ground, in the country.
Yeah.
You want to have the best stadium. You want to play an amazing pitch, an amazing massive stadium.
Even just going back to a ground for a minute, yeah. Let's remember this. Like, so me and Lee might turn around and say, Highbury, but for a modern day, for somebody who's, 18, going to a game, they're the new fans, right? So they're the new people do they want to go in to be squashed up into some squeezed up? In our day, that was
think
every
they do.
ground, right?
Like,
As a
I'm
matter of
not
fact, like Highbury was one of the better grounds, even then.
It has
right?
changed, and I
But
agree with that.
do you, with your kids now, that where they're used to going to play, if they go to the cinema, there's room, big screen. But everything they do now, there's there's so much technology around everything, and then you go to a football ground now and you squeezed in like a.
No, I like it though. I'm
sardine.
only 22. Like I wasn't around for all those.
Squeezing
old
like
eras,
you want to
but
be squeezing like a
yeah,
sardine.
I like it tight. Everyone stood up,
Do you-
no seating, kind of just.
You know when I'm
Spurs are good
reminded.
at
You know when I'm reminded of how grounds used to be as well. When I go to a lot of them games abroad,
Dortmund.
and I see
Yeah.
you be in a cage where they've got and netting and all. That's what we used to
I
do.
remember
in
going to
there. I
Lyon
don't want that.
it must have been about 10 years ago, and they didn't even have seats in the way end. It was like stone. You just sat on the stone.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've probably changed that now. but
Terraces.
I actually quite like it.
Yeah,
when
it's
they
like
used to
some of them
have
have the stone with the seats sort of moulded in.
There was actually no seat. It was like.
I used to love the terraces. We used to be there.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember,
I
Lee.
agree, it's
We
got
used to
to change.
surge on the
Yeah,
terraces.
yeah, it was great.
But you imagine now, you can't. And look, with those terraces and that, look what happened with Hillsborough and stuff like that. So you can't have that no more.
For that is the better. I'll tell you who have done it well and they've kept their ground, and is Anfield.
Yeah.
They've kept their stadium and they've modernised it to.
Come on, you got to get on the end of that. Oh.
It's not the same as the old Anfield,
Come
but
on,
it's
Viet.
I look at Spurs. I don't care what anybody says about Spurs. I've been to their ground last season. People going, "Oh, it was a fantastic atmosphere." Not a patch on White Hart Lane. Not a patch when it was like White Hart Lane. And White Hart Lane, even when it was all seater, was you know, 30,000 still does more than what the 70,000 that it does.
But why is it? But again, this is a bit of a. This is not the ground's problem. It's a problem with the fans. Yeah, because I look at a team like PSG. Yeah, let's see this Morocco attack.
Well, why didn't he shoot?
Yeah. Oh, you're in.
on, take
Shoot!
shot.
No left foot,
See,
man.
this is the problem. There's
my
too many
goodness.
one-footed players in the
Oh,
league.
my
It's
God.
like Bamford. He grinds my gears so much. How are you a professional footballer?
would?
You train 6 days a week and you still can't use your other foot?
This is good by Morocco, though.
On.
Oh, that's a
That's
foul.
a foul.
Free kick.
Yes, free kick. Hakimi.
That's a good area.
And that's a Hakimi
You
range.
can do that.
Yeah, no, I just going back on the grounds thing, yeah. I went to PSG. I've been there a couple of
Yeah,
times.
great
right?
atmosphere.
The atmosphere at that place is rocking. That's a modern ground. That's quite a modern day team, innit, with all superstar players.
Bad tackle.
Yeah.
That place is absolutely rocking. The fans make it. They're over here, we use it as an excuse. Oh, no, we've changed the ground, the old ground. But no, it's the fans.
No, but when they
actually
change
got
the
the ball.
ground, what you do,
the
they
ball
give
and
like
they-
half away to
Did he
corporate
get the
people
ball
and stuff
first?
like that.
But it's the same at
First.
PSG, they've got corporate as well.
Yeah, but not as much as
Yes, they have. Yes,
as
they-
White Hart Lane.
PSG's got loads of corporate. PSG's got loads of fans that just go there. You know what I mean? Because it's PSG, they want to see Messi, Mbappe.
And that is
They've
the
got loads
same.
of what we call day trippers, yeah? But what the difference is when you get to there, I don't think you can just stand up
No, but
because
there's a
everybody's
section-
bouncing.
Yeah.
So if you're there, listen, I've seen guys come to Arsenal, right, fans from abroad, and they've said to me, oh, I got up and started singing and people told me to sit down.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
When I first started, when I had
So
first had my season ticket at the Emirates, it was right at the back, right, our high ups, and I was the last one. And so there's no one behind me, and I stood up, and then someone came up and said, "You've got to sit down." I said, "What am I getting in the way of?" You know what I mean? Like, you know, ridiculous.
It's
you know
us.
what I mean?
It's us.
But it has changed.
The ways
The Emirates has changed a little bit
Yeah.
over the last couple of years, but I do think it is modern day football now,
See
isn't it?
this
Like,
free
you know?
kick.
Oh, straight at the wall.
I look at Anfield. Anfield's nowhere near the intimidating atmosphere that it used to be.
It isn't
agree.
right, but Lee, how comes it? I was saying, how can you go to PSG and it's bouncing? How comes you go to all them grounds, right, in Germany, right? A lot of them are like modern day grounds. The place is bouncing.
Ultras.
Taylor J. Baxter in the super chat said Ellen Road has plans
Oh.
to make the stadium from 40,000 to
60,000.
80,000. I'm also a fan of
80?
Leeds. I live 5 minutes away from the training ground, and Calvin Phillips, Rafinha, Luke Ayling are my favourite players. They turned up at my house.
Wow, lucky
pretty
guy.
cool. For a
But
cup
it
of
is
tea.
Yeah, for a
60,000,
cup
not
of tea.
80,000.
Back in the day, you know, I mean, Leeds training ground was opposite the ground, so they train on the ground and like, you know, and then go and change in the dressing rooms.
The
and all
police
like that.
station's also opposite the ground, funnily enough.
But
'Cause there's
I
so much
like
stuff
that,
kicking off.
those old stadiums where they've got a bit of heart, like
Yeah,
I like
nostalgia
Palace,
and that,
I
but
like
as I
Fulham,
said,
I liked
right?
Everton, like where they're literally.
we go there and we like it,
embedded
right?
in-
Crystal
but
Palace is all right, but if you're
a
at the
dump.
back, it's like watching through a letterbox.
No, it is,
You
but
have to
I
go-
like that they're like all
you have to
embedded
pile
like
down
in
the
yeah, you
streets
like it
and,
because you
like,
go there once every, once a year.
Yeah, once a year. I like it because it's
But
not my
you
stadium
wouldn't. What
either.
if you got to go there every week and you
But
paid
I-
your
I
money?
like it. You go there every week. It's tight, congested. Everyone's in there. It's a big atmosphere. Everyone's together. It's partying. It's a big cult-like kind of environment.
I'm like you, Abby. When you go
I
to
just
Everton
like-
now, if
yeah.
you go to Everton, it's actually in the middle or the heart
Of like of the
The
street.
community,
Like-
yeah, I like that.
There's something about that, like you walk around the streets
And you walk
and, then,
up,
and
like,
then you walk
up.
around one street and it's there.
And I love
A
that.
little
And-
bit like Anfield, like that.
Yeah.
Tottenham was like
Tottenham
that.
was like that, and that's what I do.
I
Now.
agree
I
with
know
you
that we
like
have
that,
to
you
change
know
with
what
the
I mean?
times, but I still love
Yeah.
those old stadiums where they're literally at the end of someone's road.
But
And
you've got to move with the times.
yeah, you
man.
do have to move with the times.
You know what I mean? As I said, we're going right back to it, Old Trafford, where water's falling through the roof and people are getting soaked and that after they're
They haven't
playing.
got what's names there? Have they screens there?
No
there's not
screens.
Liverpool either.
Nor at Liverpool neither.
No screens in a day when we've got VAR, this, that, replays, that,
Yeah.
no screens at Old Trafford.
It's true.
You telling me these owners couldn't erect a screen up?
No. Well, I'm glad, to be honest.
No, because they're probably thinking, oh, we might have to take some seats out.
Let's read through some of the chats. Ash says Pele was a nobody in his whole club career, but he's a GOAT because he won a World
Who's
Cup.
talking about he was
Won it
scored
twice.
over
3 times.
1,000 goals.
1,000
And
goals. No.
was a
I'm
top
sorry.
player
That
for Santos.
1,000 goals every week, it seems he tallies in another 50 that he scored
No, he
down in the
scored
park
over
with his mates,
1,000
mate.
goals. The guy won the World
The
Cup.
guy's playing FIFA in his back garden. He's like, oh, that's another 20. Let me just add
Listen,
that
that
to the
guy,
tally. Thank you
yeah,
very much, mate.
that guy you're dissing, yeah, he won the World Cup at 17.
Oh, no, not
17,
this,
and he was the guy who made them win it.
Okay, this is a story from
And he won a game with
17.
Sylvester Stallone.
I'm
in
sorry,
goal,
do you
know
believe
what I
this
mean?
guy? He says the referee sent him off and the decision was so unpopular with the fans that he reversed it and sent himself off. I mean, that sounds like a pretty real story.
Listen,
you know?
Pele was an unbelievable player, right?
Yeah, he was.
You know what I mean?
Didn't
Again,
really see him
you see,
play.
you're writing it off just because all you've seen is Messi, right? You've got to give these guys. You've got to give these guys, man.
No,
That
I'm not
went out, didn't it?
disrespecting him.
That went way out.
Did that look like
That went out, didn't it?
That definitely looked like it was out.
You are disrespecting.
And for Maradona as well, I do want to say may he rest in peace because he was one of the greatest.
Lawrence should have seen that. Sure.
Interesting.
How did he not see that?
Let's just have another look at
It
That
went
gone out,
way
man.
over the line.
I mean,
Yeah,
Look how
literally.
far over the line that went.
Lawrence has done.
How's he not seen that?
That's a World Cup.
Look, he was behind the play though. The lines.
Aren't they meant to have this crazy VAR over there?
Chad says Argentina weren't poor yesterday. Any other day they would have won. 3 goals disallowed, and Saudi were better. So they obviously were poor yesterday.
I thought, if you have to say Saudi Arabia defend it, look, I know
Yeah,
they got the 2
they
goals,
defended brilliantly.
but they put their bodies on the line.
Yeah, they were brilliant. They were brilliant.
Unbelievable.
You know they've given a day off in Saudi Arabia today.
Yes,
for
I
that
saw
win.
that national holiday.
I
That's
heard
crazy.
about
That's
that.
brilliant.
The defender, like you hear about, he smashed it. He's in a real bad way, isn't he? Is it in that game?
Oh, that one,
yeah,
the captain.
yeah, the captain.
The captain that
Yeah,
came
he
off.
was in that Saudi game.
Yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah.
When he got
He-
kneed in the head.
Yeah.
He's broken jaw. He's in a real shattered.
Ooh.
But thank God he is okay.
Yeah,
overall.
he's
What, you're on about the Iran guy?
No, the one.
the one
Saudi
yesterday.
one.
Saudi, I think he got
When
smashed in the
when the
face
keeper
with the
took him
goalkeeper,
out.
didn't he?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
in a
When
real-
that was horrible. That
It was
was
Broken
Anderson
jaw.
Silva,
right on the
right?
chin. Remember I said to you,
That's
I'll go right on the chin.
Messi got a massive,
No,
massive.
he was out for a while.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna
But
be
he's
out.
No, that
his
was-
head on the ground after as well. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
After he gets
Honestly, if
knocked
you
out.
saw that, like when I was like, oh my god.
Curved Glass 123 says, "All right, JT. I think that's for
my
you.
brother. Yeah.
Shout out to your brother.
Shout out to my
Is that
boy.
your brother? Is it real brother?
He's not my actual brother.
Oh,
No,
right.
he's just a G. He's an Arsenal fan, actually.
Oh, is he?
ironically.
Oh, he's all
lovely
right.
guy.
Better than you did.
Aidan says Messi is the GOAT. No player like him. Of course, Pep Guardiola signed a contract extension yesterday as well with Manchester City.
Oh, did he?
He did.
More
I
years
believe
of
it was
pain
a
for the rest of the league.
2-year contract extension.
Who did?
Pep Guardiola.
Oh, he did he?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, we've got Portugal tomorrow. Who's got Portugal in the sweepstakes? Anyone remember?
Can't remember, you know.
I ain't got.
We've got
remember.
Portugal in the sweepstakes, guys.
Let's find out. Dave says Maradona got 250 career goals. Messi has 700. No comparison.
Raises a fair point.
I mean, he didn't play as long as he did, did he?
Well, there you
Bodie
go.
says Messi 4 Champions League, Maradona's 0, but that's such a
There was no Champions
silly,
League.
silly argument. Irenu says Maradona was next level, better than Messi and Ronaldo for sure. Diego Maradona or Pele are the greatest ever. Cristiano or Messi don't come near to that calibre. Warmlet says, Don Robbie, are you tempted to buy United? if you're rich enough for that, we
If
can
I
have
had enough
croissants
money,
every morning.
buy United and then run it into the ground. I'd be like Glazers 2.0, you know what I mean? Buy United, take the roof off first. That'd be the first. Anyway, let's get 10 things to do when you buy United. First thing to do, Lee, innit? Take the roof off so they all get wet.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it
really first
it
thing.
always rains in Manchester as well, you know what I mean?
It always rains
Every
in
week
Manchester.
they get soaked. I just have like a covering for the away end.
You're there.
And then I'd erect 2 massive screens, right, that would take up, what's their end called again? Stretford End.
Stretford End,
Get rid of Stretford End, just put a big screen there.
It's going to get damaged by the water, mate.
Huh?
Gonna get
I'll put a
damaged by
roof
the water.
over that. I'll say all the years you lot didn't have a screen, now I'll take the old Stretford End thing. Yeah? I'll bring back Ronaldo.
Put in a bid.
Stop trains going from
Antel.
London to Manchester
Yeah, yeah,
for the weekend.
How would they
right,
get
that way,
they'd have to-
Any fan that comes from, any Man United fan that comes from London, right, would have to pay
Extra.
extra?
100 grand a year for their season ticket.
That is right.
Emad says, hi Robbie, going to Qatar for Belgium MCR, I think that's Morocco, this Sunday. Would love to meet you guys there. Let us know.
I'll be there.
Always love the content on this channel. Big up.
I'm flying tomorrow evening.
Keep
so I'm
an eye
looking
out.
forward to
I'm
it.
sure you'll be able to meet up with the guys. Dave Jordan says Maradona played versus alcoholics and pub league tactics.
What?
Maradona
Turkish
played
as Portugal.
versus alcoholics
got
and pub
Portugal, by the way.
league tactics.
Sure, no wonder he was happy.
Yeah, it's not
Always
bad.
moaning normally, isn't it?
David says the transformation of Newcastle is a prime example of how to take a club to the next level without buying superstars.
I'll tell you what, one thing, it's a shame Turkey ain't in this World Cup because he was
I know, Turkish. In the Euros, man, oh my God, Turkey.
He had a terrible time, didn't he? He had a terrible week or so, didn't he?
Oh, mate.
Oh dear.
Crazy.
He's like, he's got Irish in him as well. Like he had a terrible Euros, terrible Euros.
Oh yeah, because Ireland was that as well, weren't they?
NFC said he'd like us to mention the City Ground in terms of old iconic stadiums as well.
The City Ground.
Yeah.
Sea ground,
Forest.
not Forest.
Oh, Forest.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good ground to go to. Great
Good ground,
atmosphere.
yeah, good atmosphere.
Except when you stood in the wrong end like I was. That was not a good time. Not a good time at all.
You're in the wrong end.
Yeah.
That's never a good move.
No, because I can't get away tickets. So.
Aswin says the best example is Real Madrid Stadium. It's a close stand, and they're remodelling the same ground to be the best in the world.
We'll see when it's finished.
We will see when.
So you have to go some way to touch
You
some of
made
these
an
grounds,
interesting point yesterday
Did I?
about the stadiums. You know what I mean? Even though Spurs' ground is
that's a
completely
card.
different and it's turned around from where it was and everything, you still look at it as White Hart Lane because
It's
it's
still
on
White- yeah.
the spot on of White
It's
Hart
not.
Lane.
It's obviously not the original White Hart Lane, but it never moved. It's still on
Yeah,
the
it's
spot.
still on the
You can, and what I love about the stadium, if anyone, not that you would have done a stadium tour, but anyone in the chat who might have done the Spurs stadium tour, is that it's really iconic. Like in terms of what they've put into the new stadium. So like the floor in the new stadium is used from either from the rubble of the old stadium, or the repurposed floor from the old stadium. So it's like it's got all bits of White Hart Lane in it. So like
I thought he's going to say they used a trophy cabinet.
I'm really glad you're leaving tomorrow. I'm really glad you're leaving tomorrow.
Okay, you may as well use it for something. Repurpose the trophy cabinet for the flooring. You know what I mean? He's ready. There's nothing to put in it, so he may as well.
I just didn't think that was that funny.
You fell into that one, come on.
Just kidding.
Oh, mate.
Have a safe flight. But anyway, yeah, so they've got like lots of different things, like in terms of, in the South Stand they've got where the old centre circle used to be. And then as you walk around, there's loads of things they've done to incorporate, basically put lots of stuff from the old stadium into the new stadium because it's built on top of the old stadium.
So from some Spurs perspective, even though it's changed, they still feel it's the same.
Yeah.
Where for us, it is different, isn't it?
Yeah, because you moved location
We actually
from
moved
Woolwich
location,
to London, North London. Brandon said England are winning the World Cup. Too much firepower.
Defence.
Does anyone think England are actually going to win the World Cup?
Yeah,
I reckon England will.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're the best team in it so far.
Best manager.
The only thing is, right, the defensive. I was looking at France yesterday, right, and I'm like, that Mbappe, you know what I mean, Dembele on the other wing, up against our
But
back
when
four, man,
when
I'm
Walker
worried.
gets back, we're probably going to go to a back three. Are we
Walker's
not?
been out for ages.
No,
hasn't he?
he's going to be back for the third game.
I'm
Is
worried.
he gonna
I'm
go
worried.
back
When
to
I saw
centre
that
half?
yesterday, I'm worried. It's all right beating Iran. It's a great win, and I agree with you. We've got a lot of firepower, and I do think England can go far. But I was just looking at that yesterday. I was going already a little alarm bells in my head.
Well, where
because
do we
I'm like,
stand on Gareth Southgate in terms of everything? Do you guys think he's the man for the job?
I like Southgate. I said the other day that the one thing the thing that I've really liked about him is the way he gets let young players get a chance. Like you wouldn't have seen Saka under old managers of England. You probably wouldn't even have seen Bellingham.
No.
They'd be like, oh, he's good, but he's not old enough, of experience enough. They'd be probably be in the under 21s. Southgate has fast-tracked all those guys, and he's, the only thing about Southgate is when it gets deep into a tournament, he's not brave enough sometimes. He needs to be a bit braver.
But isn't that how you win tournaments? It's on defence. Knockout
but
football is won by having a strong defence.
Yeah, but he ain't won it yet, has he? He's had two.
Well, he got to a final and we lost on penalty.
I know, but he's had
shootouts.
2 tournaments that he could have won, right? So you said, is that not how you win tournaments? Well, it's not.
Okay,
Because,
but these he had
you've got to
Ashley
win them,
Young
innit?
and Dele Alli in one of the teams. He
And now he's
turned
got
aside
Eric
from
Dyer
doing-
and Harry Maguire. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm a bit worried.
No, but Harry Maguire is great for England, I think. I know he was
Harry Maguire up against Mbappe.
Do you know what, someone said a good thing yesterday about a couple of things, you know. Ronaldo's not playing for Man United, is he? But you know he'd be playing for Portugal. So, like, there is that thing of...
Well, Ronaldo's played some games for you, Matt. You know?
Yeah, like, so...
I mean,
know,
whereas
he trusts
Maguire was completely dropped.
So I'm going to go along. The one thing I'm not too, and I think it's a big gamble. What happened, you know, it's like Walker coming into this side, like, he ain't played for 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Normally, when you come back, you have a couple of reserve team games to see. He's going to have to come straight into the top. Like, I think it's a massive gamble.
And plus as well, that's one player. I mean, I'm saying that when I looked at that game yesterday, Dembele and Mbappe, that's the pace they got on both. We could come up against them probably in the quarterfinals.
Sterling and Saka is
attacking wise, we're incredible.
Yeah.
When you saw the players we were able to bring on the other night in Rashford and Foden, Wilson, but what worries me in England is just the defence.
And
that's the only thing.
Well, why can't we outscore them?
and how good is this French team like defence? They can afford to leave Saliba out. They must be.
Yeah.
Saliba weren't playing.
I don't think
Varane weren't playing, right? You know what I mean? They had Koundé on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
They've got Konate on the bench. You know what I mean?
We've got Maguire and John Stones.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Say no more. Say no more.
Exactly.
Say no more. That was Maguire's fault for the first.
Yeah, it was, but he'll turn it around, man.
If he was ill.
Give him a bit WD-40, loosen up the hips a little bit. Maybe bring Ben White next to him. Solid things up.
You think this is Leeds?
Nah,
I'll tell you what, you've had Ben White at Leeds. You know what I mean?
Ben White should be playing.
He was fantastic at Leeds. He got us promoted.
That he gets
Ben White, I think, should actually be playing.
I think he should be playing centre half. I know you've been playing him right back to play very well. I actually like him, especially right hand side of a back three. If Walker can play there, I think Ben White could fit in there. I do like the way we play with 4 at the back, though. Offensively, I think we lack something.
But and then again, Southgate, if he does play a team like France, he won't play 4 at the back, he'll play 3.
No, I think it will. We'll just go double pivot. I think he drops Mount, puts Bellingham in that.
Go 5, that
puts
will like
Bellingham
a
in the
back
10
5.
and puts Phillips and Rice.
This is the problem with Southgate.
That's a great point. I think Phillips will come back in for those big games. Who does he leave out?
All season.
Does he leave out Bellingham or does he leave out
Mount?
Mount?
You can't leave out
Bellingham.
No, that's what I mean. Put Bellingham in Mount's position.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Phillips
To me,
has had how many minutes all season? He's not even match fit.
Well, I want to see.
He's not match.
I want to see when we get later on in the
He's
tournament.
literally
I want to see
not
Gareth
playing.
Southgate being a bit braver
He's
this
literally
time.
barely played all season. You would not take Bellingham out or Rice out and change that midfield to put Phillips.
No, you take Mount out and you put Bellingham, Rice, and Phillips.
But why would you take Mount out? If you're going to take Mount out, do you put someone like Foden?
No, because you're going defensively against a big side. You want to sit more defensively. You put the double pivot of Phillips and Rice, which got us to a final before, and Bellingham in front.
I think he will do because do you know why? Because I don't think he trusts that back 4.
Which is a fair point.
Defence is not good enough.
Which is a fair point.
So we'll have to lose one of
although you can play, Bellingham can play there as well. He can play deeper.
Whatever happens, you don't take Bellingham out that team.
No, I wouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
He'll keep him in there. And then on the break, when you've got someone like Raheem Sterling on attack, forget about it, mate. It's done. Lightning pace.
I will say that about Sterling. He's been poor for Chelsea, and come on, but
but
he had a really
internationally,
good game the other day.
He always does it for England.
Yeah,
I think he was phenomenal in the other game. I can't believe the hate he gets year in, year out. Why is Sterling starting? Why is Sterling starting? And then he delivers for England time and time
again.
again.
Same thing for Maguire. He's never been poor for England either.
Exactly.
Right, let's have a read of the chat. The reaction print says, as an African via family, I'm excited for this game as well as my natives Cameroon game tomorrow. Don't worry, to me, Abby. Indomitable Lions will make us both proud. I hope so. I'm looking forward to that game as well. Maguire versus Germany. Don't think so. Harry is good for England. Alex said, I think Maguire looked bad against Iran. I actually just didn't think he looked that bad.
I didn't think
he played well, but he was at fault for their goal.
Did he not come off with a bit of a knock though?
I think they said he was feeling
ill.
He
was ill, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But to me, he didn't have a bad game, but he did. I'm just saying that when he comes up, it's not just him. Dyer, even Shaw. They come up against them.
Quality, mate.
They come up against them better attacking players, man. You know what I mean? I'm worried.
Freddie,
as simple as that.
in the super chat said, think Robbie was harsh then, icon of something of devotion. Spurs have devoted themselves to being trophyless and that should be respected. I'm literally not going to read out the super chats if you keep being rude on Spurs. You can save them for
Don't
the
worry, I'll
super
read
stream.
them.
No, that one about the floor, come on. You fell into that.
But it was about the floor.
Yeah, but you fell into that.
No, you made it about a trophy cabinet.
Yeah,
I was
because wooden
literally
flooring
telling
in,
you a
that's
fact.
when they used the wooden flooring
It's
for.
not wooden. I'm done with you. I'm literally not reading out one more rude super chat about Spurs.
Get them all in, guys.
So if you want them, send them into Matisse on his streams. Okay. Let's talk about this game for a moment. Have we seen anything in this game that makes you think, oh, this is exciting, it could go one way or the other?
No, do you know what I'm going to say?
Feeling like it could be
With
as
the
well.
same as everybody, barring England and France, these teams look blunt going forward. Like when they get to a certain area, they look blunt.
Final
That's
third.
every single team, bar England and France, and that is why I think England and France are going to. One of them will get there to the final. One. They've got to play.
Although, listen, it's the first game
Yeah,
for each
but
team.
I'm just
and-
saying on
you know,
this
I
game,
think- yeah.
Croatia plays some brilliant football.
Yeah,
I've watched them
Morocco have looked
play.
decent in this game.
Yeah, but when
no
it gets
one's,
to the final four, it breaks down.
That's
yeah,
it,
no one's had
yeah.
any cutting edge, have they?
No cutting edge. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, it's a game's been played at a fast pace, though, isn't it?
It's like
Yeah.
having no croissant without
I
cream.
don't know.
Or a plate.
They just look like headless chickens,
We had
man.
plates
There's no
yesterday.
Oh, did you?
We did have
We did have
plates
plates
yesterday.
You don't think
yesterday.
this game's been played at a fast pace?
kind of, but like when they get on the ball, it's been like too sloppy, too slow. For
Yeah,
me.
it's
There hasn't
yeah,
been
it's
the
front
quick-
to go.
Kick-off out
Yeah.
there.
It don't-
One.
Needs a goal in it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely does. It ain't feeling like we're going to get one before half time, though.
So this must be at the time now, 1 o'clock, the height,
Super hot.
the super hot time of the
Yeah, the peak time.
the peak time.
Yeah,
of
it's
heat.
around 2 o'clock there.
Well, they're in the
Yeah.
shade, to be fair, so it should be right.
We're in the shade. None of the teams have really seemed to be suffering from the heat so far, innit, in the tournament.
Yeah, no,
You've
well,
not
so
heard
far.
you've not heard any of them complain.
Well, there's only one was Harry Maguire, wasn't it? He's the only one that sort of. Do you reckon he got a
Ill.
bit of sunburn or something? You know what I mean?
I mean, I reckon it's obviously super hot. there.
Yeah.
But I guess they've tried to make it as air-conned as possible.
They've
I
got all
guess, in
these
the
big
stadium,
aircon
haven't they?
things at the side.
All
of
over
it.
the side.
This is the first encounter, by the way, between Morocco and Croatia at the World Cup.
Oh, you're in.
Come on, this is a chance.
Why'd you turn out?
God.
The last time these two met was in the Hassan II Trophy in December 1996.
Well,
It was played in
Morocco-
Casablanca.
It's a foul.
So it's not really a tie that's happened often.
No.
Who have you seen the more quality from in this game?
I think it's been a bit even. I thought it
even,
was
yeah.
Croatia initially, and then, I just think it's been a bit even.
Yeah, it's
Seen
been
more
even.
quality in the Johnson's Paint Trophy, to be honest.
Well, you'd know about that, wouldn't you?
That's uncalled for, mate.
Young Skills said we're forgetting that we haven't
need for that.
we haven't seen Brazil's attack yet. Well, of course we haven't seen Brazil yet in the competition.
No.
After kind of seeing what's happened with Argentina yesterday, I know that Brazil was a different story. But are we still expecting that Brazil are going to be the favourites for this and they're going to run out their game? I can't even think who they've got.
I'll be honest, I don't think. Who have Brazil got?
I
They've
will
got
tell
Serbia
you,
first.
they've
game,
got
haven't they?
Serbia tomorrow.
I don't think that they'd be as impressive as what I've seen. England,
England and France so far.
Yeah, so far. They're going to have to really. They're going to have to go well to England and France. Still got. You talk about Brazil with England. They've got some players and all that. They've got Martinelli and Jesus, who are Arsenal's two best players, along with Saka, obviously. They're not even going to start in this World Cup. So they've got some players, Brazil, you know what I mean? They've got like a lot of options. They've got Neymar, they've got Anthony, they've got Richarlison up front, Martinelli,
Richarlison's
Jesus.
Vinicius.
No, he's all right.
They've got about...
Vinicius Junior.
Oh, yeah. So they've got 6 there that is as good as anything.
Vinny, I think, is comparable to Mbappe, almost. I think.
Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, he's
If
got
you give
a
him
lot
a couple of
pace,
years,
lot pace.
I
Not
think
as good a finisher, not as good as we.
How old is he?
skill, dribbling-wise.
Yeah, still have
Forget
Mbappe's.
about, and his finishing ability, he can do it from set pieces.
Mbappe's next level, man. But Vinicius Junior is good, and this will be a big tournament for him. And again, if we come up again, that's what I'm saying. Our defence. That's what I'm worried about. If we're coming up against Vinicius Junior, Neymar, Jesus, or the defence, are you not a bit worried about that?
Yeah, slide Eric Dyer in there, problem solved.
You need to
I
get
think
Ben
you'll take
White in
ease.
there.
No, I think
What are you
with
drinking,
the
man?
double.
That water. That
You
water.
gave it
That's
to
vodka.
me.
Yeah, maybe
That's
it's
vodka. That's what,
cappuccino.
I think that's vodka.
It's the oat milk, mate.
Dyer.
What can I say? Nah, look, I think, like you
All
say,
that
put the
opening
double
he's
pivot of
drinking,
Phillips
innit?
in there, I think we're
Gameday.
solid. I think we can outscore anyone. I think Jordan Pickford in goal, best goalkeeper in the tournament, mate. When it comes to delivering on the big stage, Amazon Prime quality. He's there when you need him the most. And
Jordan Pickford, the best keeper in the tournament.
yeah, every
James,
tournament.
are you being serious?
No, I'm being serious, mate. Every tournament, last Euros, I think he was the best keeper of the tournament, was he not? I know they gave it Donnarumma, but I don't think he was any more impressive. Pickford, in the big occasions for
he did
England,
have a good
has
tournament
delivered.
last time.
Even the World Cup before that, he's always delivered in the big occasions. Won us our first penalty shootout in God knows how many years.
Yeah. He has been watching Leeds for a while.
I could call it
Look, I know you're a big Ramsdale guy, but...
call it ambulance here, man.
I think eventually Ramsdale will take over at England, but at this moment in time, I still think experience for Pickford. And you're right, I think he hasn't really let England down, has he?
No, he hasn't.
If I'll be
But
honest.
players play different
Best keeper in the tournament.
No.
With guys like Courtois and that, you know what I mean? No
No,
chance.
internationally, international game is different to club football. We can't be mistaken for this. How many players have we seen across the years that could do it for clubs that couldn't do it for country,
Brazil.
and vice versa?
Why
Brazil
got two, haven't they, really? They've got
Yeah, better than
Alisson
Alisson.
and Alisson.
Edison.
Yeah, I'll put it
Pickford.
this way.
Who actually
I'll put it
plays
this way. I
example for
wouldn't
Brazil?
drop Pickford for either of them.
Who actually is a goalkeeper for Brazil? Alisson.
Alisson.
Alisson
You wouldn't
is
drop.
backup,
I would not drop Jordan
You wouldn't
Pickford
drop
for
Jordan
Alisson.
Pickford for Alisson.
Never in a million years.
Are you smoking?
I swear he's got vodka in that bottle.
I
That's not
wouldn't.
water. That's
You know
not
that
water
he's
vodka.
being serious.
You know why? Because I show loyalty to people that
So,
show
would,
loyalty
so would you
and delivered in the past.
would
Guys.
you keep Melier over Alisson?
I'll keep Melier over Alisson. Now that's a different question.
Because if you're showing loyalty,
You see, I do like Melier. I think you give him a few years, he's comparable. But right now, Alisson is.
Call the ambulance, please.
I think that's more of a debate.
he did want to have a Corona as well
Yeah.
in 9:30.
I'll put it this way, I'd rather have Alisson at club level, but internationally I'd rather have Pickford. And I would think Melier should be starting for France, but that's a different story.
That's a different story.
He might be your next keeper. You guys are going to be coming in
I
from
think
after.
that we probably will go in for Melier. He's a
Unfortunately.
I
decent
thought you could
keeper.
go for Pickford, didn't you? I think Tottenham are in for Pickford, aren't they? No, honestly, I've heard that.
I'm not a massive fan of Jordan Pickford, personally. I'm not. I think internationally fine. I wouldn't want him
I
necessarily
think
at
Spurs are
Tottenham.
looking to replace him.
Hey, you know, I want to.
Yeah, we need a replacement.
Lee, should we do a bet? And by the way,
I don't mind
neither
Elliot.
team's had a shot on target in the goal, right? But I want to do a bet. How much added on time? Quick, because we've only got 5 seconds. I'm going
6.
4.
4.
Right, been hard, isn't it?
5 minutes.
Oh,
Always in.
5
Oh, it's a
minutes.
pen ref.
I'm going 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Seven.
I don't know where they're getting 6 minutes from.
I'll
but-
go 5 minutes, even though there's been no stoppages.
Oh, here it
There
is. This
has-
is the goal. This is the
Save.
goal.
Well done.
Dink
Good
it,
save.
son. Dink it there.
Goal, shot on target.
Shot on target.
First shot on
45th
target.
minute.
Go.
Should have scored.
45 minutes in.
Good save.
How much?
2 minutes added on.
Wow.
2 minutes.
There has literally
To
been
be
no
fair,
stoppages,
this
have
has
there?
been quite a dead half.
There was
in
a Croatia
fairness.
player that went down.
There's been no real stoppages. The game's just been non-stop.
See what that Croatia got that little bit of quality where they opened them up there, though.
Yeah.
I don't think Morocco got that in it, but then you said
yeah.
that Saudi yesterday.
Milo.
Oh, they have with the Hakimi and that.
Milo says for you, Robbie, my suggestion in life is to marry a Moroccan woman.
Oh.
What was that?
What they're suggesting Robbie marries a
Oh,
Moroccan woman.
right.
Or
The
you, Lee.
Moroccan,
Give me a London.
Beautiful
yeah,
women.
where the sun-
I mean, I think lots
Beautiful
of people
Can you
are...
recommend, asking for some recommendations?
Yeah, send through. Chris said
that's lovely, son.
this Leeds fan, aka James, is on Ty and Julian's level. You must be joking. Nat E says, "What a joker."
Yeah. We've got to get you, Julian, and Ty on the stream, man.
Assi Rian says, "This guy's the English
The
Ty."
deluded free.
This is uncalled for.
They're on you now.
Because I back my
Now they're
boys.
on you.
Because I back my boys.
That's what
So,
Ty does.
right.
He backs his boys as well.
Dylan said, "This Leeds guy is the DR equivalent of Theo Baker." I don't know who
Theo Baker.
I don't
Wow.
Theo Baker.
Yeah, lovely guy. But
Peter said, "Robbie, give this Leeds fan some death chili."
What a block that was.
Oh. I don't actually think it's that bad, to be fair.
Try it
The
then.
death chili, you tried it.
Prove it.
So we don't end up if you're.
If you land on a chili, It'll be coming your way. I mean, honestly, people are absolutely shocked at your
You're
thoughts and
getting
views.
slaughtered, mate.
Ali Jones said Alisson and Edison are far, far better than Pickford.
Yeah, come on.
No, they
Pickford's
are,
ball
but not for-
distributions
not for
are poor. Someone goes, just, oh, please give him the death sauce. Even Kyle said Ty would be shocked at this guy.
I can't believe it. Oh, it's half time.
Half time and it's 0-0.
Seriously,
For England, yes.
No, you're
For club
joking.
level, I wouldn't put Pickford in over Alisson. No, of course not. No question.
But why
For
would-
England, yeah. International football's different. I don't trust anyone to command that back line, to lead the defence, to lead England to our first World Cup since '66 like I do with Jordan Pickford. And when he's there, making big saves throughout the tournament, keeping England's backsides in it, we'll see who's laughing then.
I'm speechless at you. I'm absolutely
If
speechless.
Alisson has a better tournament than Pickford, I'll dye my hair pink.
Forget about the Alisson and...
wait a minute, say that again.
But
If Alisson has a better tournament than Pickford, I'll dye my hair pink. It's not going to happen.
Get the pink ready.
I see what he's saying. I agree with him with the Pickford analysis. But as a
You'd
goalkeeper-
have.
Finally, yeah, we got
Jordan
some common
Pickford.
sense has entered the
If
conversation.
you could pick Alisson
No.
or Pickford for England, you pick Pickford.
No, I wouldn't. But taking that aside, I do agree. Like Pickford has never let England down. I
He
wouldn't say
hasn't,
that.
but he's not nowhere near
The
Alisson.
level
cool,
of
no, he's not.
Alisson is...
Alisson.
This is
Alisson,
Alisson,
I'm glad you've made
distribution,
a debate, but
shot
this
stopping,
is mental.
He's kept-
everything.
This
He's
is
actually kept
absolutely
Liverpool in a lot of games this season.
Yeah,
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 but that's club
sorry,
football.
this is
That's
Yeah,
not
I see what he's saying. It's club football, but
it's
still-
football.
He's
Yeah.
still. He don't have to make as many saves as probably Pickford playing for Brazil. I'm not so sure.
This is just crazy
Exactly.
behaviour. Anyway, it is half time. I think
You let him go first, man. This is just completely. He's lost me, man.
it's, we just, honestly, we just...
He means no. What?
I'm serious,
you've
mate. I
left
don't know
us
why
all
you're so
speechless.
dumbfounded by this. It's just simple facts, really.
This is
Have you ever
insane.
watched the game? That's my question to you. Have you ever watched England play? That's all I'll ask.
Have you ever seen Alisson?
Yeah, I've seen Alisson a couple of times. Good-looking chap. He makes some good saves, but in terms of playing for England,
No, I mean Alisson, the goalkeeper, not
yeah.
a girlfriend of yours.
Yeah.
Alisson, the keeper.
Yeah,
Alisson.
you
Well, I
said
don't know
that
about
last
girlfriend.
Friday.
I don't think I'd describe my girlfriend as a good-looking chap, but no, I have seen him, and I don't think he is comparable internationally for England, personally. Club, different story.
Okay, well, hold that thought for a sec. Just to let you guys know that DR Sports is in the metaverse. We have our own room in Habbo where you can chat all things football and chat to Robbie on VIP nights. So join the link in the description or at habbo.com. And also don't forget, for the second half, scan the QR code, put your predictions in, and make sure you play along with us as well on Prediction Battle.
DR Sports is entering the metaverse. Welcome to Habbo. Come play games and chat about the latest football drama. Meet up with friends, meet new people, and have a great time. I'll be there on special VIP days. Click the link or go to the website at habbo.com.
Cute advert, Rob.
Cute
Love
advert.
it.
That's the
I have
best
a
you
thing.
looked for a long while, Robbie.
No, that was a great. I did it the other day and it's brilliant. Talking to all these fans in the metaverse, so many.
I
So
especially
many
like
trying
the
to keep up with it. It was
Yeah,
brilliant.
that's
When you,
good, yeah.
when you was doing some
Some
type
dancing,
of
yeah.
sexy
Yeah.
dancing in the metaverse, I loved
That's
it.
brilliant. Brilliant.
Right, who would like to spin the wheel first?
James.
Go on, James, man.
There's also a
All
super chat just for you, kind of, James.
And I think
saying,
everybody wants the death sauce for you, man.
Alisson has won the Copa America in 2019. Of course, he's also won a Champions League, Premier League. Pickford has won nothing. Not always measured in
this
trophies.
is
No,
it.
not always measured
not
in
always
trophies.
measured in
You
trophies.
can't-
What do I even want here? Darts, so I can get some money.
Please be a chili.
Ooh.
Oh,
Sing,
you got
sing.
sing.
You got to
A
Can't
Mariah
be-
Carey song.
it can't be a
Sing your
football
heart
sing.
out.
Mariah Carey.
What's your favourite? You got a
Hit the high
favourite
note.
song?
I don't know. I don't know any songs. I don't know any songs. Someone give me some ideas here.
Mariah Carey.
I had to do.
Hero.
Why
I
don't
had
you
to
sing
sing
All I
yesterday.
Want for
I did Bob Marley.
Christmas?
Huh?
All I Want for Christmas? Get festive spirit.
yeah.
Jingle bells.
Jingle Bell.
That's come on now, proper
No,
song. Man.
like something where he's got to sing his heart
Proper
out.
song.
Bit of
He
Isis.
looks like he wants something a bit vibey. He looks like a garage type of guy.
Garage.
Yeah.
Of
What's your
Funky House.
favourite music?
Grime.
Go on,
Right.
rap.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm not.
So just give us a-
rapping. Can't rap a Christmas present, let alone a tune.
What's it? I don't
What's the latest grind
Why don't you sing
song?
Sweet Caroline?
Yeah, Sweet Caroline.
Sure,
come on.
fine.
Go on then.
How's it go
Go
again?
Come on.
Touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline. Boom, boom, boom. Good times never seem so good.
So good! So good! So good!
Sweet Caroline. Shoo, shoo, shoo.
Wow. Well done. Right, who's up next?
James, you make me feel like I can sing.
Go on, Charlie, off you go.
Listen, I'm putting in a disclaimer now. I'm allergic to spice, so I am not touching that chili sauce.
Death sauce.
There better be an alternative for me.
Yeah,
Please,
darts.
not the death sauce. Then I'll win.
Ooh.
Right, what do you
come on
guys
then.
want
So
me
you
to
said
sing?
Mariah Carey. So let's hear
I need a
Mariah
mic.
Carey. Let's hear Mariah Carey for you.
All right, take your pick. What's on?
You take your pick, Mariah
Alright.
Carey.
When you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally see the truth that a hero lies in you.
That actually wasn't that bad.
That is quality, that was.
That was good.
How is it putting me to shame?
Do you want more?
Quality, that was.
That was more Mary
was-
Carey.
So Mira Carey.
No, that was Mary Carey more than Mariah Carey. You know what I mean?
Scary Mary from the dairy.
Scary Carey.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it was all
Oh,
right.
that was great.
It was good.
Dance.
I thought that was going
Are
to be
we
the
getting the
chili.
song or does Rob get to
what-
pick?
Wait,
Let's see
is
the
that
hit.
dance
Harvey's
or
out.
dance?
Dance.
Oh, dance. How about I sing Robbie
Oh,
dances?
close to the chili, actually.
I know.
Have we got a song?
Are they going to play one?
They did yesterday. Are we
What dance?
Put on some Afro beats.
Brilliant, come and find some music.
Afro
see the
beats.
hips.
We'll have some music.
Oh,
I
you
can't
want
dance, man.
bashment or Afro beats?
Yeah.
What do you want, Robbie?
Bashment, yes, I'm
Put some
bashment.
bashment. Hey, go on, Robbie. Go on, Robbie. Hey, break it down, Rob.
Lee.
They've got some crappy music, isn't they?
Oh my
What
god.
was that, man?
I just hope I don't get dance. I just do not. Oh, imagine if
Come
we
on,
get
someone's gotta get it.
The death sauce.
The thought of it is just making me feel sick.
What's going on, like?
A lot of singers in here today.
I'll do the old Jason Donovan one, you know.
Yeah, what's that one?
I close my eyes, drew back the curtain to see for certain what I thought I heard far, far away. The dawn was breaking, but the world was waiting. Any dream will do that.
We've got to sing and a dance
I
from
feel
you.
like the moves sold it.
That was lovely.
Thank you very much,
That
sir.
was really
Beautiful.
lovely.
Hold on. Wait. What are you sitting there for?
Tried to move
Yeah,
swiftly
so,
on.
as you're trying to do a little
Yeah,
thing,
you know what I mean?
No, I don't think you should do it after that
think I
compliment,
should.
Abby. Like, you know,
Oh, hold on, I'm stuck in the chair. I've got a wire.
Yeah.
One sec. No, I'm not doing that. I did that chili yesterday, but I'm absolutely not doing that. I'm not going to be sick like Matisse. Right.
She's just straight on it.
Chili,
I got
chili,
chili yesterday.
chili,
I feel nervous for
Get
you,
the old
Abby.
tablespoon spoon out, Abby.
What, a tablespoon? I think that's
The
cruel.
death. No, don't.
Let's
do it.
have
Actually,
a
not
lick.
doing that. I'd rather do that one again.
Do not do a tablespoon of that, man. That is.
That's
No,
too
a
much.
teaspoon is
What's
a
in the
teaspoon.
bowl?
Look at you.
Do a lid.
Oh,
drop.
Don't look at.
Wait, can you bring that on?
You're going to have to spin something else.
What the hell
because
is that?
Those chilies look dead.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I had
you
one
can't have
yesterday. I'm
one, you
telling you,
can't have a
that
little-
chili was.
just have a
If you
little-
get new, they're
How
off.
long have they been in the fridge?
And I am.
Yeah,
Go on,
chuck those.
I know
I
you
think-
can do it.
I'll do it.
Have
I'll do
three.
a
All right, get a-
compromise. I'll do it. What if I
bring a
just dab a
bucket.
bit?
Yeah, go on. I'll go along
Do
with
a
that.
cat's worth.
I'm with you on
I
that.
can.
No, you don't do
Yeah.
it.
Just put a dab
Double.
on your
Makes me
finger. Does it smell?
Yes.
I feel sick for you.
Here we go. I got chili yesterday as well. This is so grim.
Oh, yeah. I need a spoon.
Fuck me, that's hot.
Is it hot?
From that
Is
much.
it that?
It's
I
that.
swear, my like.
Oh my god.
The death sauce strikes
Wow.
again.
Wait, is there some milk
What
on
is this
standby?
stuff? What have you got here?
Huh? Death sauce. The ultra death sauce is called.
How did you give that to Matisse?
And he took a tablespoon of that.
She just went like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he took a whole tablespoon.
Right,
man.
right.
Are you going to throw up? Someone get a bucket.
I'll tell you what, you're all out of order. They're all laughing at Abby.
I'm on fire.
Turn the heating off as well.
Oh, get some more. She's taking her clothes off now. Like, give her another stop. Bring her a tablespoon.
Oh my god, that is so hot.
Is it really? Is it that bad?
Wow.
Give us some milk. Make sure it's oat milk.
God, that sauce is mad.
The ultra death sauce, man.
Fuck me.
So it says at the bottom, feel alive.
That is so hot.
How Matisse has done that, I don't know. Like
Yo,
that,
you know
mate.
what, right? Because
No,
what it
it's
is,
okay,
I
I'm
smell
gonna
it.
go
I'm
wash my
like,
hands
it's just
quickly.
sauce.
It's on my hands.
So he said to me, he goes, here, pour out a whole tablespoon. And I poured it out, and he went, but it was like after a couple of minutes, he was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
That's
And then he went out,
Abby's literally choking.
he went outside and he threw up.
She's only a little bit of that.
She
like.
just went like that.
Yeah, that's what you got. That's
Exactly.
what you got to do. You can only have a little dabble of it.
Yeah.
The
That is
Jersey
amazing.
Fury. Where did they get this from?
I don't
I think
know.
it was Hass who got this in. I don't know where he got it from, man. This product contains the hottest known ingredients on planet Earth.
Oh.
Please use with extreme caution, it says.
Oh, well, maybe you should have read that disclaimer before they started eating it.
Well, she did. She only went, all right.
What are the comments saying?
By the way,
Made,
Abby's off to hospital. Have her tongue froze.
she only went like that.
I know, yeah. I'll tell you what.
Well, from the ingredients, I'm not surprised you don't need any more
Go
than
on, give it
that.
a try, Charlene. Come on.
Oh, hell no. Listen, when I have Doritos chili heat waves, I get hiccups. So if I have that, I'll probably pass out.
What bet do I need to do for you to have some of that?
Yeah, I'll make you drink the old block bottle, man. Some of the stuff you've been taking, like the Pickford stuff and that, you should drink the whole bottle.
If Pickford
You know what I mean?
becomes goalkeeper of the tournament,
You ain't got to die here, Pink. You got to drink the whole bottle.
The whole bottle.
if he
Hey,
don't do
you
it,
have a body on your case there.
Literally. Comments are saying someone get
And
her
if
some
he
ice
does, you have
cream.
to have some?
If he gets player of the tournament,
Then you have to have some.
I'll drink some.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
The,
the deal.
the deal's been
deal's-
made.
the deal's been done.
Pickford ain't getting no player. I'm safe. You ain't
I
getting no
didn't say
player of the tournament.
goalkeeper of the tournament.
What was it, Golden Glove?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No chance. Is she back?
HM is saying Matisse deserves apologies. You're right, Abby. Abby's back in the room. Really?
I'm not joking.
What are
He's
you
actually got
drinking?
oat milk and all.
Hey, she's got oat
There's
milk.
some oat milk for Abby.
My throat and
Like-
my tongue feels numb.
Can you feel your tongue?
Like, not well. It feels very like, I just showed Harvey.
What colour's your tongue?
It's just like, now it's like little white, like whitey bits.
Really?
I'm not joking. I don't know how you didn't kill Matisse yesterday.
That's
That
lucky,
is
didn't
mad.
it? Like, you know what
I
mean?
think you guys need an alternative sauce. Maybe
That-
just
that-
Oh, no, that's just,
I'll
just
get
have a
some
little,
Scotch
you just got to have a
bonnets or
little dabble. That's all. It's just-
Oozing
Yeah,
sauce.
it's just got to, you know what I mean? It's part of the game now. It's in the game, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
Death by sauce.
Where is
I'm
the
just gonna
milkman
sit
to
here
help
for a
Abby?
Yeah, she's back.
Abby's back. Welcome back, darling.
Thanks, guys. Now, I've had chilies 2 days in a row.
Yeah, you had chili one that you had twice, didn't you?
I'm not doing
Death
that.
sauce.
I'd rather sing along
Hey, you
with
know,
Robbie.
Smell it.
Oh my God.
Now I'm starting to
I
think,
literally had to
boy,
wash my hands
'cause
3
he had a
times.
whole, like,
I'm just putting it on my
That-
little finger.
That will probably stick on. Because even when you cut normal chilies, it stays on your hand for ages.
It's still, I've literally washed them 3 times.
Vlasic is coming on.
I'd rather sing along.
Is he the one who played for West Ham?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah?
Oh, jeez. I am refusing that.
I'm not joking.
How the hell did you... Oh,
I smell it and it like had like a nice
All
flavour
the
to
little
it.
things
Oh,
on
that's
it.
made
The
me
little,
ill. Just-
what's the
just
little
thought
things
of
you
it.
get on your tongue, like the little
Ulcers.
taste follicle things?
Yeah.
All of them. They're all like,
Ulcers.
Are they all popped up? Let me
all of
see.
them. Look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. You didn't even have a lot, Abby.
No, I promise you,
You just literally went out.
that was too much. I'm not joking. I wish you could feel my tongue right now. Not in that way before you go.
Hey, this is a family.
You gotta
It's
be
a family
careful.
show.
PG3.
This is when before the watershed. You know what I mean?
Oh. But anyway, I'm not a pussy. I would always do
Poland
it.
or
So.
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
Who'd
you know
go for that
what?
one?
That's why I rate you. She tried it. She
I'll
still
always do it.
She's brilliant. Top host, didn't she?
She didn't bottle it.
Oh, but I can tell
Unlike,
you.
I know.
I can tell you
want
now.
to-
I am
Are you on the next one?
I am not
Yes,
doing
I
that
am,
again.
yeah, there's no way I'm doing that. If I'd done that, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be growing
And it
up in
already-
an hour.
One of you two, man. Oh, if they are.
I'm doing my disclaimer now. I'm not doing another chili.
No.
Oh my God.
Poland versus Saudi Arabia. Who would you
What's
go
going
with?
on? Oh, they
Poland
was.
versus Saudi Arabia.
Poland.
How comes the players come out so low?
Saudi Arabia. These
Tight
shorts look too
What's up with these
small.
shorts?
They look like swimming trunks.
Oh,
You
You
and
just
the
went to the
Alexis
toilet. You went to the
Sanchez.
toilet, innit? He went to the toilet. That's why his shorts was like. I mean, that's why he.
Maybe he had some of the hot sauce as well.
Yeah.
I literally can't feel my tongue. I'm not joking. Anyway, we have kicked off the second half. Thank God that we had some oat milk because the actual milk went out of date in September.
September.
Wait, is that what Matisse was drinking yesterday?
I hope so.
That's probably why it's so up.
No, he had a whole thing like that of milk. Like he was just drinking, man. He had to.
That was gone off. Oh no.
Nah, it hadn't gone off.
Wow. Anyway,
Back underway.
back underway. You mentioned there was a change. I didn't see what it was. What was the change at half time?
Vlasic has come on. I don't know who he came on for.
I think he came off, did he not? Or am I being wrong?
No, I think he came on, didn't he? Vlasic.
Let me check here.
I really just want to send my love to Matisse. Because I can't even imagine what he went through yesterday.
Vlasic
Or
came
good
off
closing
for
down.
Pasalic. Pasalic has come on for Vlasic.
Oh, Pasalic has come on for Vlasic.
Yes.
So they've obviously made the change in terms
That was
of
Lovren who got caught out there.
have they changed their tactics in doing so? A different formation.
Don't know.
No, I think it's a like-for-like swap.
Just put my picks in. Just done my picks.
That's an iconic kit, isn't it?
Oh, what? Have you changed it? I done mine at the beginning.
Croatia kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you scan the barcode and enter your predictions to the prediction battle and play along with us. Charl, what are you going for on your predictions?
So on my predictions, full-time result, I've got Morocco to win. What, do you want to know everything?
If it saves me from talking for about 30 seconds, yes.
No problem. Both teams to score, I've put yes. Over 2.5 goals, I've put yes. First half, I predicted a draw, which it was, 0-0.
Oh, well done. Got a point.
Yeah, Morocco to have over 3.5 corners. How many have they had?
Well, I don't think there's been
They
that many
had a
corners.
corner. I don't think they've had a corner yet.
One or
have they?
two. I don't think there's been that
Was
many
it one
corners,
corner?
is
Yeah,
there?
there's not
Yeah.
many corners yet.
I don't think Morocco have had one.
And Croatia to have over 6.5 corners, I've gone no.
Well done.
Morocco to have over 3.5 cards, I've gone no. And Croatia to have over 1.5 cards, I've gone yes.
Well, they-
No one's been booked yet, have they?
No one's
No,
been booked.
no. Didn't that player get the booking, the Croatia player?
Yeah, one player got booked already.
Deja and Lovren's playing. There'll be a booking in no time.
I don't think so. Anyway, I still haven't forgotten that outrageous claim you made at the end of the first half that you'd rather have
There's none.
Pickford or Meslier over Alisson.
Okay, that was different. The
I'm
Melia
still
was different.
absolutely reeling
Yeah.
from that.
I can't believe it.
We have a super chat from
Better believe it,
Hamza.
baby.
Hamza said, "You're lucky to have a team in the World Cup. I'm from Somalia. We have never been in the World Cup, and last game was a defeat in the first round qualification of the AFCON. Big up to everyone at DL Sports.
Yeah.
And big up to you.
Somalian.
I can sympathise with that as a half Armenian man myself. We are absolutely terrible. Biggest one-man side I've ever seen. Mkhitaryan FC.
Mkhitaryan.
Mkhitaryan FC. Gunasan said, big up everyone. Can you please tell me the name of that hot sauce? I would love to try it. Sorry about the lava tongue, Abby.
It's called Ultra Death Sauce with
Even the
Jersey
name.
Fury Blaze.
Even the name, innit? Ultra
There you go.
Death Sauce.
I feel like I just want to sit there like a dog, like with my tongue out. Like,
Do it.
Ultra Death
I
Sauce.
promise you, it's still like, it's every time I think it's calmed down, it like starts like tingling.
That is crazy.
Like genuinely, Gunasan, if you have it, just honestly, lightly.
But
I know, I don't know how much lighter I could have
seriously,
been.
like, thing, you just went out.
I literally just dabbed it
right?
on my
And
tongue.
Matisse just had a full.
I don't know how you,
Not,
like-
not a little teaspoon, full
That's not
tablespoon.
gangster.
Right, I'm going to watch that when
certified
I'm
Yeah, I watch that as well.
I'm going to watch that on the way
I
home.
poured it and I heaped it.
I promise you I'm not exaggerating at all.
And then I said
on
him
that.
one thing and he went, he wasn't too bad. At first, he was right for about a minute.
That's crazy.
And then the fire hit him.
Wow.
And then he had to come off stream.
That is
Yeah,
mental.
you put it on and you think, oh, it's quite hot, and then it just absolutely hits you.
Do people actually eat this sort of sauce on their food?
I
You know, you get
I
people
highly
that
doubt it.
just love
I'll, on my food, I'll have like, a Scotch bonnet pepper. I'll cut that
Yeah.
and put that on.
What, bloody
Especially
hell.
especially on fish and that.
Do you know
What
when
do you
people
do
go
for
in
the
India,
flavour?
they're eating it, you know, and I've been out of them and they're eating it, or whatever it is, a madras, or I don't know what's the hot, and they're eating it, and he goes, are you enjoying it? And they've got sweat coming out.
Enjoying that.
I think you should, are you mad?
Do you know what, right, Lee? This is a true story. One time I was in Jamaica, yeah, and I was in a field of, because they've got these peppers, like Scotch bonnet peppers, and they are hot, like
Yes, they're fire,
really,
mate.
really hot, right? And I went to some farm, and I was in some field, and they were just picking them. And I went in there, and I go, what's it, I go, how hot are they, right? And I just literally went like that. I just bit into it. And the thing was so hot, yeah? And, hold on, let me see this attack. Oh, what was that handball?
Finish, son. Oh.
And I was in the middle of the field now, right? So I bit into it and my mouth is on fire, but there's no water,
Oh, God.
right? So I'm like, yo, I'm like, and the guy from the farm, he said to me, he goes, pick up some of the dirt, like the red dirt. He goes, put that in your mouth. That will. That's what I had to do. Eat dirt to like
And did it calm
get
it
rid of
down?
the. Yeah, it calmed it down. It did actually work.
We got any dirt air for Abby?
But it was so hot, man. I'll tell you, I was on fire.
What made you do what
Huh?
made you do
I don't know,
that?
stupid, man. You know, I was like,
spun
yeah,
the
how is
wheel. Probably spun that stupid wheel and had to do it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But I literally just
Likely.
bit, I didn't eat it, I just bit it. I was like, I was like, yeah. And I'm a guy, I think I can normally handle pepper.
The amount of times you're on this thing, you're going to hit that chili once.
I've hit it twice, and I can tell you I'm not doing it again.
I think we should have
Absolutely not
chili
doing it again.
options because if
Ball
I
and
land
ball.
on it...
Ain't that
No,
handball?
I'm all for. I don't mind having the chili options,
Was that in the
but
box?
I feel like we should have level of chili.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have different levels of chili, and that sauce is never coming near me ever again. Or Matisse, I'm
I want
fully
Lee to
backing
get
Matisse
that.
on
You're
this.
actually handling it really well.
This is actually starting to calm down now, thank God. I have had half a thing of Oatly. There are other brands
Can't even
available
talk
as well.
properly. Yeah.
Literally can't.
Right. Oh, look.
Who are we back in this half, guys?
Do you know what? I reckon it might just be a 1-0 Morocco win.
I think this could still end up in a draw. I love
That guy
how
banged his head and he's got a mask on already.
I love how we thought this was going to
So
be
many
a high
clash of
score.
heads in this
I know.
Not everybody did, Abby.
No, just me and Shah did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you said 1-0,
No,
didn't you? Croatia.
James did. James said it was going to be a high score.
Yeah.
Me and Shah did.
But
as
after
well.
what he's been saying today, it was all wasn't it?
See more movement
Oh,
in
how many-
Madam Two
How
Swords.
many more times are people going to bang into each other in games?
What's he holding his back for?
That's off the line. That was on. It was going.
Lovren.
Lovely.
Dejan.
How old is he now? He must be.
Looking at him, I'd guess 36.
Yeah, I was going to say 36.
36.
He'll be in his mid-30s, isn't he?
Is there anyone else that you're seriously loyal to, other than Pickford?
I'm loyal to everyone. Pickford, England-wise, are we talking here? England-wise, all the boys that have
Sorry,
done it before,
Lovren 33.
33.
Raheem Sterling, mostly. He's my favourite player of all time, is Sterling. So, if Sterling's not starting, then there's serious problems. That's from like 12, 13 years of age.
Lovren. Sorry.
I've always loved him. Even when he played for Liverpool, even then I still... Because, you know, short guy myself, when I see another short guy doing the business, man, it makes me proud. I could never be a professional footballer, really. You know, I tried to, unfortunately it didn't. And I think one day I'd literally come home and the gaffer would basically like drop me for no reason. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, they're too big, you're too small, whatever. And then I literally come home that day and I saw Sterling, another short brother himself, just pinging it down the line. I'm 5'9".
Actually,
Not actually short.
According to the... Well, first, I was a lot smaller...
We say gaffer. What team did you play for?
When I was playing.
What team's that?
I was playing for Whetstone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Playing for who?
Whetstone.
Oh, okay.
That's a decent level, isn't it?
Yeah. But I was young. I was really small. Like, I put it this way. We did, like, year 8, you know... Well, I don't know how to respond either, to be honest, mate. But year 8, you know, you do the school photos and stuff, and they measure everyone up
stand
in
on
the
a
school.
stool.
Yeah, no, yeah, pretty much. I was the 5th smallest person in the school.
I used to do that,
Not
at
even
school.
boy, 5th smallest person in the school. Like, I was tiny, skinny, anorexically skinny. So when I saw my boy doing that, you know, I was like, you know what, this
That's
is my
why he
guy.
likes Messi.
Exactly.
Not Ronaldo, because Ronaldo's tall.
Yeah.
So
well, nothing against
you're against
Nothing
heightism.
against-
Snow
nothing
White,
against
Seven
tall
Dwarfs is his
people, but-
favourite film.
No, but I love watching short players. You know, the low centre
But
of
you're not
gravity, the
actually
agility.
short. Like short for me. Like I don't know if I would think like I'm 5'5".
No, my dietist said I was.
You must be
I'm
what
5'4".
5'4".
Yeah.
No, but my dietist said I was 5'9". Other people have argued, so I'm going to go with 5'9".
I'd say if you're
you know.
anything, I mean 5'9" isn't the tallest, but I'd say if you're anything 5'7".
Yeah, that's...
That
more-
5'7",
What
I'd
are
say.
you, Rob? 6 foot?
I like to say I'm.
6'1".
I like to say I'm 5'9", but you know, other people have begged to differ. But you know, we'll leave it. There's a few
How
different
tall
heights
is Sterling?
circling. Huh?
How tall is
He's
Raheem?
5'7".
That's small.
Yeah,
That's small.
I'm not far off him.
So every inch counts.
Is it
Every
is it a
inch
PG show
counts,
here?
guys. Take that how
every
you
little
will.
helps.
Take that home with you.
Maybe wear your bun up here, give you a bit more height.
Get them
Gareth Bale
Cubans.
bun.
Abel says Robbie saw Matisse puke and said it scared him and that sauce shouldn't be on the stream anymore and then gives it to Abby. What is wrong with people?
Yeah, you only went like that, though.
You do
had
it.
a whole tablespoon.
Why don't you do it?
He's got the next one.
I've not landed on
I
the
haven't landed on
tree.
the chili. I haven't landed on the chili. If you land on it, you should do what Matisse did and do
No,
the
I
spoon.
wouldn't-
And
I wouldn't,
love
no.
how someone went and got me the spoon, as if I was ever going to do the spoon.
That's
So
Harvey.
wait, who
No, no,
Harvey,
Right, listen, I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't do this.
If I would have done that spoon, I would not have come back on this.
No, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you. You know.
I don't know how Matisse then came
That's
back on
mad.
here because I don't know how you just did not kill him yesterday.
Is your
I'm not
tongue
joking.
still numb as well?
It is still numb, but it is feeling a little bit calmer.
God. Well, next time you go to the dentist, forget the injection, just take a bit of that hot sauce.
Yeah, you go.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Thank you guys who have defended me. Prince says
Why don't
5'9"
you have a
is
croissant?
definitely short. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I might do.
There's a bit of cream in
Cheers,
some
cheers,
of them.
cheers, Prince.
Sean Wright Phillips was small. Messi is 5'7".
Yeah.
So actually,
Santi
Great.
Cazorla.
Yeah, I was about to say Santi.
Modric.
Wilfred
Modric.
Nonto's 5'5", and he's best youngster in the Prem.
Yeah, Modric.
Modric.
Sourceville. Yeah, Sourceville. Crescencio Sourceville.
Charlene,
Somerville
say
Sourceville.
what's
Oh,
your
Somerville.
price?
Somerville. AW said the Don is evil. He set Matisse up and then gave him a Pepsi, which makes it worse. It does make it worse. Carbonated drinks make it
I wonder
worse.
why he
I gave
threw
him a
up.
Pepsi because I said it's got the sugar in it will.
No, the carbonated drinks make spice worse.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't know where I learned
I thought
that, but
the
recently I
sugar
did
in it
learn
would
that.
help.
Isn't oat milk kind of carbonated?
No, because it's milk.
I
No,
don't know,
it's
man.
fizzy. As in if it's like a fizzy drink.
Shouldn't you
much
drink
shake
like
it.
something like tea or coffee because it, you know, something hot?
What?
Why would
burn
that
it off
cancel
even
it out?
further?
No. Someone's. I don't know.
No, I think like if you
So,
have
so
something
you're
spicy,
out there
meant to have, like, yogurt
sweating alive
or-
in a desert, and you're like, "Where's the nearest radiator, mate? That's going to help me out."
Red
Actually, saying
Red
that,
Bull.
when you have, if it's hot in the summer, people say, "Do you want to have a cup of tea?" Because apparently,
Yeah, that's
balances
what
My
they
nan
body
used
say.
to say that. Drink hot drinks.
Drink
Whether
hot
it's an old
drinks.
wives' tale or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. I mean, I personally wouldn't try it. Anyway, back to the game. How are we looking second half, guys?
Same as the first.
Yeah, same as
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Riveting.
No shame.
Edge of my seat, actually.
A lot of effort, but no quality, innit?
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised that there's no quality, especially more so from Croatia. Just when you look at the likes that they've got, it's kind of in that final third. They're just falling
The
short.
final third, these teams have got no, like spark up front, have they?
No liquidity, no movement. I've seen more liquidity from gone off milk.
Has he gone down? Is that a hamstring?
No, he just wants a kip.
Are we cramping? What's going on over here?
I
think he got injured before, didn't he?
Oh, it's from this. How much do we put into it, like the time of the season? And obviously England look pretty sharp the way we did it because of the Premier League football, and there's a lot of players that are mid-campaign almost, so they're just getting into their peak levels of fitness.
Sorry.
Broken
Just going by the picture, he looked like he's broken his rib.
I think.
Sorry.
I think like with the. I just think like a lot of these players are fatigued a little bit because they've played a lot of games. I don't know, but.
But
I
then
think
look at
also if
England,
they can stay fit, they've got to be fresher than what they are.
I think this will help England because normally we go into these tournaments, right, and it's the end of the season where we're completely done. Whereas, nobody should really be. I mean, I think the fact that there's been so many players that have got injured before the tournament has just been unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's due to, the amount of games or whatever, because they played less games.
Yeah, I think it might be more afterwards for the second half of the domestic seasons that we see more injuries and fatigue.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, he is being taken off. He was actually one to watch in all of the post today as Mazraoui.
Look, he's holding his rib. I think he broke his rib.
Yeah,
When he fell from that header. That if he's broken his rib, that's tournament over for him.
another one. Yeah, it's all over.
might be season over as well.
Morocco have only won one of their last 10 FIFA World Cup games. They've drawn 2 and they've lost 7. The last time they actually won in the group stages was 3-0 against Scotland in 1998. So, although they have obviously done very well to get to this point, so there must be something about them that has got quality. And we've seen like the likes of Hakimi in the side as well, Ziyech. They have got the quality. I kind of expect a bit more from Ziyech.
Yeah.
He's been quiet, hasn't he?
Never quite.
But even for Chelsea, he hasn't really, he's got that moment of magic in him where he can just take it past someone and ping it top bins. But consistency-wise, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he was really good at Ajax.
Really good at Ajax.
You know what I mean, you think, right, this never quite happened for him, is it?
No.
You reckon he'll be moved on in January?
Yeah.
AC Milan.
Well, we were in for him in the summer, but thankfully he didn't pull the trigger.
I think he's a good player.
He's good, but
Just hasn't worked out for him.
Just
at
hasn't
Chelsea.
worked it. But
Bit
then
lightweight,
again, it
innit?
happens
I
a
think
lot of times at Chelsea.
Do you guys think he'd be a bit too good for Leeds? Not in a rude way.
bit too good. Have you seen our squad? Somerville, Rodrigo, best striker in the Prem behind Haaland. Factually proven.
Oh, he's off again.
Only Erling Haaland has a better goals to minute ratio this year than Rodrigo Moreno. So that is factually based. Somerville, one of the best youngsters in the Prem. Sinistera got more goal contributions than Cody Gakpo in the Eredivisie last year. He's banging. He's out injured. He's better than Ziyech.
In the World Cup, is he being called out?
He's literally played like the last 3
He's
games
played
for
5
Leeds.
games. Well, 4 goals in 4 games.
Where are Leeds in the league?
I reckon he's better than Messi then at that point.
Depends what
Would you take Salah or Somerville? We can just
Salah or Salah.
He's obviously gonna say
okay. So we are
Salah.
seeing common sense on that.
Yeah, but I'd take
who
them
would
both.
you take?
I'd take Salah. Now.
This is a great run.
Now.
Good delivery in the end.
Oh my God.
Bloody hell.
Triple whiff.
That was a great run.
We need a goal. We need a goal in this.
The longer
game.
this goes on, the more I think Morocco are going to steal it.
Yeah.
Great run though, wasn't it? So that's
Was
what
that
you've got to do,
Hakimi? That was a great
Lovely
run.
ball as well.
Hakimi.
I
How has
deflected.
that missed all of them?
Just needs a little bit of quality. Get on the end of it.
You said Rodrigo's the second best
Well, factually,
Striker.
on the basis of performances.
second best striker in the league.
Well, behind Haaland, no one else has a better goals to minute
No.
ratio. So let's
Well,
be.
well,
talking-
I don't
We're talking
think
current
Harry
form.
Kane's got 12 goals.
We're talking current
it's how you
form.
introduce
Goal
that.
to minute ratio.
What are you on about?
Goal to minute ratio.
Oh, what a turn that was.
All right, come on. Morocco's going to score.
Oh, what is that, man?
Sinister error.
Are they?
That's a foul. That is a
Foul.
foul. That's not his first one, Modric, by the way. He's had it, you know what I mean? Lucky looking
Yeah.
big book.
He's a bit of a dirty player, isn't he?
It's true, he should be booked for that, man. That's his second one, right in front of the ref.
Ah, shoulder to shoulder, man.
He kicks right through the back of him. He went through the back of him.
Man.
There you go. On the buses.
The younger ones wouldn't get that, Rob.
No. Remember that
On the buses, that old
Brilliant.
school program.
Oh, yeah.
Bit like keeping up appearances type of thing.
Yeah, a bit before that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bit before our time.
Remember it like it was yesterday.
Olive.
Reg Varney.
Reg Varney, yeah. Olive.
Olive.
What programme is this?
It's an
On
old
the buses.
old.
Oh, it's actually called On the
Yeah,
Buses.
you never seen
Wow.
it.
When I used to wake
You
up
have to
at
watch it
5
on UK
a.m.
Gold.
to have my tea and crackers, I used to watch those old school
It
stuff.
comes on ITV3 every now. I've seen it. You know.
They're
I
funny,
actually
those-
didn't know
they
they
are
had an
funny still.
ITV3. Did you know they had an ITV3?
What, back then? No, they definitely had
They have an
95.
ITV3 now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's what Family Guy used to be on.
Family Guy.
I like
I
Family
remember
Guy.
South Park.
I actually like South Park. South Park was good.
South
Kenny.
Park's all right.
Kenny.
Oh, what happened just as...
Hey, was that safe?
TV
Wow.
just went blank as soon as
What
it went thing.
Gordon Banks-esque that save, I'd go as far as to say.
It went straight at him.
You didn't see it.
I absolutely love Hakimi.
He's a
Wee.
great player. You
Great,
see now
great
straight
player.
at him?
Straight at him.
No,
Could
I
actually
don't know,
have
that's,
caught
hard, that's harder than you think, that kind of save.
I think he's going quite high. And he's wrong-footed, so he just
Yeah,
has
it's
to
kind
go.
of-
Done the
back on
right
him.
thing there, the keeper.
Yeah,
He's
just
Yeah.
get it
moving
away.
about a bit.
He's a big keeper, isn't he? You won't like him either, will you? He's tall.
Oh, man.
He is quite tall.
Blue foul.
Lots of people liking On the Bus.
They're lighting on the buses. Not on the bus, on the buses.
On the bus.
on the buses.
You have a
You can
great
still
life
watch it like
on
it's
the
on,
buses.
On the buses.
UK Gold or something, isn't it?
Yeah. With Only Fools and Horses.
I was just thinking
Yeah,
only
yeah,
fools
only
and
fools.
But, you know, like, what's his name? Butler. Get that
Butler,
Butler.
yeah.
Get that bus out, Butler.
Yeah,
Is it about buses
Butler, yeah. Is it,
Yeah, it's about buses.
It's set in
Charlie,
a.
what works out.
It's set in like a London bus
Yeah,
garage.
get right. And like you've got
Yeah,
Blakey, Blakey's
Butler.
the inspector, and you've got Blakey is the bus driver, and they're all
They're always at each other.
at each
Yeah,
other battling it, you know.
yeah. And it's Olive
Olive
and her husband.
Stan.
Stan, yeah.
What was
Don't get me started on
What was
Stan.
the Clippy's name?
Oh yeah.
He had all the teeth, didn't he? Like
Yeah.
and it was like them two were always against
Yeah.
Blakey.
What, all the teeth, as in gold teeth or something?
No, he had like
Loads of teeth.
loads
like,
of teeth. He was
just
quite a
big
funny
teeth.
guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And that, yeah, you'd have to watch it. Like it's
funny.
outdated, but like back in the day, it was like
I don't know if it's too
Classic.
politically correct nowadays.
no,
yeah.
yeah,
But it used to be really funny, man.
yeah,
I was a little kid as well.
yeah. It was a quality program.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Greg Livingston said, I could not
Always chance
believe
for
the
Croatia.
Saudis beat the Argentinians. I have Saudi in my work sweepstakes. I think X probably felt the same.
Yeah.
Did X drop you a text yesterday or
You should
anything?
have heard him, man. Giving it.
Was he giving it?
He was giving it, man.
What was he saying to you?
Just sort of saying, you thought getting Saudi Arabia I wouldn't win, but they ain't going to win it, are they? But it was a great win. Great win. I was happy for Saudi Arabia.
It was a great win. Wolves said, this game isn't that boring. It's 10 times better than France and Australia yesterday. That was a flat training session.
Nah, come on, man. That was great. That was a good game.
Well, Australia put it on them in the first. 20
Australia
minutes.
went 1-0 up. It was a good game. This ain't been a terrible one, 0-0. But it just needs a goal. It does need a goal now.
HM said we need a stream with Julian, Ty, and this Leeds fan. This Leeds fan is called James.
Yeah, got a
and
name, mate.
another one said it's as if Ty and Julian had a son and you. you are.
I love the comments. Do you know what we should have? We should have like comment of the stream on each.
Yeah, comment of the day.
That's the one. That's already won it.
Ero said, do you guys think it should be the top 32 teams in the world rankings that should be playing each other in the World Cup?
No.
No.
Because then we wouldn't have had the game that we had yesterday with Saudi Arabia.
There we go.
You know?
It's the world's game. It's about bringing in as many different cultures, many different things
Exactly.
as possible.
Exactly. I agree with that.
One moment.
Let's be honest. You know, there's there's nothing between these two teams, is it?
No, it's true.
Is that showing maybe the decline that Croatia are in when you think about where they were? Or is it too soon to kind of tell that?
A little bit of that. I think, like, you know, all these players now are well into their 30s, aren't they?
Then remember, Morocco got some, you know, guys like Hakimi, they're superstar players, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's playing for PSG. I mean, Ziyech is playing for Chelsea. You know, I mean, so there's no mugs playing for Morocco. Morocco got very good players as well.
I mean, this is Croatia's 6th World Cup. In the previous 5 tournaments, they've either been eliminated in the group stages 3 times or they've reached the semi-finals twice.
Yeah, no,
So
they
it's a bit of a
really
mixed
punch
bag.
above their weight,
Yeah.
don't they? Croatia, for
mixed
such
bag.
a small
I
country,
think they made it,
punch
was
so
it
much
98
above
they
their
got
weight.
to the semi-final, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they got to the last
They got to the
finals.
final.
Yeah, and then like the
Beat
last
us-
one.
beat
But I
us
think
in the
98 was
semis,
the other one, when that's when David Suker was about, and
Yeah, that was, he was wicked.
what a forward he
Still
was.
can't believe we lost that semi-final to them.
Oh,
Kane
oh,
squares it to Sterling, different story, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
greedy.
I mean, he was offside, but anyway, we'll
Greedy.
just gloss over that.
No,
We'll
he's
just gloss
greedy.
over that fact.
I was at that game, man. I'll tell you, I was like, Kane!
Oh, you actually
Square it, you-
pass the
But it wouldn't
ball.
have counted, he was offside anyway. Where does Luka Modric rank in terms of all-time midfielders? for you
He's
guys?
right up there, man. Right up. He's in the top 10. Ballon
10.
d'Or winner. How many times has he won the Champions League?
Would you say he's better than
No.
Gerrard?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I
His
know.
record. Look at his record.
I would.
Stevie G, though.
Luka Modric.
No, look at his
Stevie G
record.
could do more.
Different sort
going
of
forward.
player.
It is a different,
Different
sort
type of player
but
because Modric's more a creator, but
Yeah.
look at Modric's record. Look how many things he's won.
Where would you put, if in a top 10, where'd you put Modric and where'd you put Gerrard?
Well, Gerrard's one of the best midfield players, I think, box-to-box players I've ever seen.
Yeah, in this country. But when you're talking about like
World.
When you-
Worldwide.
Yeah,
World
worldwide
ratings.
as well. I think he was quality.
world ratings, you've got to put Modric ahead of him.
Would you
Because-
put Pogba above
Ballon d'Or.
Gerrard?
Yeah.
No, I think
I
Modric is a
No,
better
I wouldn't.
system player. Like, if you've got great players around him, then I think
don't-
Modric will work better.
think-
He's a metronome. But someone that can pick a team up by the scruff of the neck and carry them, I think Gerrard
Yeah,
definitely has that
I
ability.
think we do
over him.
ourselves a you know.
Gerrard's brilliant, but Pogba won the World Cup. And he was
Gerrard won the
he was
Champions League.
absolutely
I
he
just
was
don't think
absolutely
Pogba that
instrumental
I
in them
think
winning
Pogba's
that.
very good, but I'd put
Innit?
Gerrard above him.
Innit? He was instrumental
He
in them
was.
winning that World Cup. wasn't
Yeah, he was
Pogba?
fantastic in that night, you know.
Oh, that's great.
I think we've, if I'll be honest, going back to with Steven Gerrard, I think England
Gerrard was unbelievable.
was mismanaged.
Gerrard was
He should have been
unbelievable,
very
but you have to say at international level, he never did it, did he?
No,
He
because
never did it for
he had
England.
to, he had to
Gerrard?
Yeah.
forsake his
Right,
position.
he was our only good midfielder, really. Comparing to
Nah,
Lampard
come
or
on.
Scholes, he did way more.
Yeah, and they had to forsake, like, I'll play him a holding position, play me in that. They should have actually built a team around him. That he was that good, in my opinion.
He never did it at international level.
But England never did it at international level.
Yeah, but
look
he-
at what Pogba had around him in terms of players.
No, but at that time,
system.
look at that time. Look at the players that
No,
he
that's-
had around him.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the
but-
golden generation.
Yeah, but
That
then you
was
had
so-called
what?
Yeah, but he
You
was
had
playing in
what?
his
Mr.
rightful
Brolly
position.
man over there.
Do you know England have wasted a lot of talented players?
Yeah,
over
yeah.
the years?
Absolutely.
2004, 2006, that generation.
Yeah, it's, you know, I mean, we've had.
Ferdinand,
I'll
Cole,
go back to.
Your mate.
That was all in that team with Gerrard, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, the
So-
manager completely.
You know,
they
you
didn't
can't.
qualify.
I think when people are making too many excuses there, right? He did not do it at international level, right? Whereas if you look at somebody like a Pogba, he was instrumental in them winning the World Cup. He was like he scored in the final, he was blistering
That's what I'm
goals
saying. If
all
the
the
manager
way, all the way through it. He was the guy. He was the go-to guy.
If we had a manager that turned around and said, "Right, I'm building this team around you, Stephen Gerrard, because you're that good," I think England he would have done it. But he
You
had
think-
to go and play different positions to suit Lampard. Nothing against Frank Lampard.
But all we
great
can
player.
do is we can go off of what's been
Skulls.
proven, isn't it? And you know,
I think he was our best midfielder.
and I used to think Gerrard. I mean, Gerrard was a brilliant player.
He's bottled him.
Well, we've had so many like
Yeah.
talented players over the years. I go from, and I mean this sincerely, like, you know, Glenn Hoddle mismanaged by England.
Yeah, Glenn Hoddle, they
like, you know.
Yep.
I'll go to
Glenn Hoddle was our Modric, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
Right,
like,
but they never used to
you know,
want to play him because in those days
unbelievable player.
England
I go
was all
through
about lumping it.
Yeah.
John Barnes.
John
never
Barnes,
given
great
the,
player.
you know, the thing like Paul Merson was never given the opportunities that he should have got as the talent that he had.
This
I
is
think
why
he
I
was
say,
at
Lee,
Barcelona.
right, why I give Southgate a lot of credit.
He has
'Cause
done that.
He will give these players a chance. Whereas I looked at in the past, right, Bellingham would not be playing for England.
I
He'd be
agree.
like, he's not experienced enough.
No, I agree. I
Blah,
think
blah,
that's
blah.
It wouldn't-
Saka wouldn't be
Yeah,
playing.
there's certain managers that have never wanted to take a chance on playing
Yeah.
young,
Yeah, there's
talented
playing
players.
change, yeah.
They always used to play
and
the
that's part of
same
the
old
problem.
players, man.
Yeah.
We all the time, you know what I mean?
We had players playing like, I'm not knocking these players, but like Jeff Thomas, Colton Palmer, you know.
Yeah.
They've got
Carlton
like,
Palmer and that.
you know, decent players, but they've got more caps than the talented players like
Yeah.
Letizia,
Emil
Paul
Heskey.
Merson. You know, not so much Emil, you know what I mean? But like, you know, there's going to be others probably name in the chat, that there'd be like gifted players that never got the opportunities, you know.
Let's just read some chats. Blakey says, all right, Lee, now get that bus out. In it marvellous.
Brilliant.
I'm assuming that is a line.
Yeah,
From,
get that bus
Get
out.
that bus out.
Butler, get that bus out, Butler.
Yeah, that's how you used to laugh.
Assi Ryan says, ask James what he thought about Santi Cazorla.
Santi Cazorla.
Absolutely adored
I
him.
loved him, mate. I loved it. Oh, because he's short. I get it now. I'll tell you what I loved about him most is that he could use both feet.
Yeah.
That's what I love. I don't get how, I was talking about it earlier, how players can be so one-footed. Bamford, man, oh my God, if he knew how to have a right foot, then we'd actually probably be in the top 4 right now. Because the amount of times he just flicks it with his left foot. You train every single day, and you're telling me that one foot is so poor you can't use it? It's like Van Persie as well, him. So left-footed. But
Good
Cazorla...
left foot though.
It was a good left foot, but Cazorla, either foot, really low centre of gravity.
Oh,
I said,
Ain't
come on.
Messi
oh,
all
that's not a foul.
Ain't Messi all 1 foot?
Yeah, but with his right foot, he sat Boateng down and dinked the keeper with his right foot.
Yeah.
So
But he is all predominantly left-footed.
predominantly left foot, but his right foot's still better than 99% of everything out
Oh,
there.
it is a foul. He's holding it.
Greg says, Modric or Iniesta, who is the best midfielder between those two? For me, it's Iniesta. He just does it for me.
It's close, you know.
Xavi in there as well.
The World Cup winner.
Yeah, Iniesta, yeah.
Xavi, I think Xavi was as good as,
Yeah.
you know, like...
You have to
they
go.
had some
I
wonderful
think I'll go
players,
Iniesta. Ooh.
Iniesta, you know.
I would.
Modric is good though, you know. He's
It's
good,
very
man.
tight between the pair.
Got to throw Toni Kroos in there as well.
At the end of the day, you see, this is the thing, like, you know, Iniesta's got more chance of winning trophies and at international stage with the players he had around him than what Modric has. But that doesn't mean to say that Modric isn't or as good a player.
But that's like Messi and Maradona all over again. So it's just...
I'm with you on that. I don't think it should be down to trophies and all
I
that.
agree. I think it's just be down to the individual player who you prefer sometimes. It's just
Well, I
that's your
think if you
opinion.
can get a player, right, and Messi falls into this category, right, but so did Maradona big time, where you can just say, the chips are down, give him the ball. That's what makes, to me, the great players.
Yeah.
So,
Makes things
you know,
happen.
you can pass the ball to Messi and make something happen, pass it to Ronaldo. At the moment, that's what I was saying, give the ball to Mbappe.
Yeah.
That's why I rate him above Haaland, right? Because he can make things happen. Out of nothing, he could you could give him the ball just anywhere.
It used to be like Gareth Bale, give him the ball, he'll do something.
Bail at his heights.
Do
just
you remember
give him
that Gareth Bale goal when he, I think it was in a cup final when he ran off the pitch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
On
ran round the
against
player.
Copa del Rey.
That's what he was saying the other day. He
Madrid.
used to do a kick and run thing, man.
Yeah.
He spoke his
Yeah,
face.
Ridiculous.
It's just ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Actually, I saw an interesting debate around Bale recently. Gareth Bale or David Beckham? Who's the better player?
Oh, Gareth
Bale.
Bale.
Bale. Yeah.
It's
definitely
just
Bale.
open shot like that. Because
Yeah.
David Beckham in his pomp, you talk about a guy who could carry England, single-handedly carry us
Yeah, and he
to
did.
the-
Yeah.
He did against Greece.
But look, Bale's been carrying Wales.
I think Gareth Bale was.
Even the other night, he did nothing. But then,
Yeah.
when the
I
big
think
moment
Gareth
was
Bale's one of
needed,
He's up there, isn't he? As
won
one
the
of the best
penalty,
players.
scored the penalty.
And that's not to say Beckham wasn't also, but just I think Bale edges it personally for.
What do you,
for
Wales are there at that thing because of players like
Yeah,
like
because-
Bale. innit?
yeah.
He's lifted their levels.
Yeah. South London's finest. A question for the panel: what was your favourite programme
That's a
as a
yellow
child?
card. He ain't giving no cards.
Oh,
this
favourite
guy.
programme
reverse
is Grain
cards.
Jill.
What was yours?
Oh,
Favourite what?
Favourite programme as a child?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Hey, Grain Jill.
Grain
yeah.
Jill is
Grain
mine.
Jill's bad.
James.
How young are we talking? Probably SpongeBob, you know, the classic. The classic.
You're right.
And then
SpongeBob.
Family Guy. From that to that. I didn't really when I grew up. I didn't really watch many TV shows. Like most of what I watched growing up was
You're watching goalkeepers, weren't you?
it was you. No,
Players.
it was either live sport or it was YouTube. Really, that's most of my stuff. But nah, yeah.
Granger, what about yours, Robbie?
I like Granger.
No shout for the
Tucker
buses.
Jenkins, that was a great
Yeah,
era.
Granger
Great
was
era.
good. Tom and Jerry.
Tom and
Tom and
Jerry.
Jerry.
I still like Tom and Jerry as a
was
kid.
my
Tom and Jerry.
favourite.
What about
Tom
you,
and
Abbi?
Jerry.
What was
yeah.
mine?
Yeah.
Depends how young I'm talking. Like young, I loved like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon was sick.
That's a shout.
Pokemon.
Pokemon was so good.
I used to like the Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
I don't think I really watched the programmes then.
I must have been
Kovacic's
about like
coming off.
6,
Did I see,
5 or 6.
Yeah.
There was a footballer the
I
other
loved
day. He
it.
sold
Yeah.
a
Love
Pokemon
Pokemon.
card. I can't remember
Trading
his
the
player.
cards and
Yeah.
all that.
He sold a Pokemon card for like 80 grand. or
Yeah,
something
it's so
like
expensive.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, you can get them
Someone's-
for like £2 million.
Someone in the NFL, he had a really rare Pokemon card and sold it for like $675,000 or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
he
like
was a rookie.
Logan
I wonder what I've done
Paul
with my
wears a
Pokemon
£2 million
cards.
one on
I
his chest.
had
I had
a whole box of them, like a whole, all like shinies, like
Yeah.
nicely laminated. And I don't know where they are. I think they must be in like my dad's loft or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
must be
I'm
worth
actually
you,
might
man.
try and find
Yeah,
them. It'd be
yeah.
worth a bit of money.
Exactly.
Yeah, Pokemon was sick.
And the little
So what are these? The
Pokemon
original
ones.
Pokemon cards?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
from when Pokemon first came
So
out.
if
whatever
you
year
got
that
if
was.
you kept those, or is it?
I must have them somewhere, like in the loft. It must be
Yeah.
there.
So if you kept those, they're worth a load of money now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna. That's gonna be my
that's
my
the
plan for the
thing,
weekend.
You
Like
can
my
even get
Pokemon
some
cards.
now that are worth loads. Like loads of people online are
I
doing
would
like
have no
Pokemon
idea if
pack
they're worth
openings
anything.
and stuff. And making a lot of money from
I
it.
wonder where you get them valued then, if they are.
Oh,
worth
you have to
something.
send them off to like this weird trading place, and they take like 3 months to certify the card or something. and
Oh, I
send
better
it back.
find them. I could be rolling in it.
Do you want me to help you find them?
If I do find them and they're worth something, I won't see you for a while. I'm
Do you
joking.
guys remember them little Tamagotchis? Like them
Oh,
little,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you remember the Furbies?
oh yeah,
Furbies were real cute.
Yeah.
I just remember an Action Man.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I just remember
and
buses.
Barbie.
Remember Action Man? I used to
Action Man,
love
yeah.
Action Man.
Barbies.
I used to
Action
love
Man.
my Barbies.
You could
Don't have
actually
a
get the
baby
Action
born.
Man in a football
Oh,
kit
yeah.
as well.
Little
like.
baby
My
born.
daughter's
Or-
got
You know what?
Does
I
she?
used to like Sky Electrics.
Sky Electrics.
They were quite cool actually.
Is that
Yeah.
the cars?
Couldn't afford
Cars,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford the electricity.
Yeah, right. You
Electric.
probably had
Wooden
like
cars.
you probably had like one of them big sets that went all around. I just had a little circle like that.
I tell you what, also it was good, like the Hornby train sets. Remember that? Like,
Yeah.
when you have it.
I remember I asked my mum for like a Sky Electrics, and at Christmas one time she bought us something. But you know, like it's like B-Tech Sky Electrics, but it weren't a real Sky Electrics. It was some I don't know.
Like the market ones.
Yeah, like
The
yeah. What's this?
The knockoff ones. Kweku says, I think Modric is better than Iniesta and Xavi. Greg says, did you know Portugal's best place at the World Cup was third place in 1966? Did you know that?
Yeah, Portugal.
Yeah, Saviour.
I've got a feeling that Ronaldo is going to have a good World Cup.
Yeah. I
Probably.
agree.
The only thing I'm scared about is the fact that a South American side hasn't won it since 2002. So it seems like it probably
Yeah,
is the year
June.
of it. Yeah.
Do you think Ronaldo's already got a club sorted?
Yeah.
He must do.
I reckon he's.
What
he
do you
must-
make of him leaving Man U?
Great decision. I think it's a
Yeah.
great decision.
Would you have him at Arsenal?
With what we're doing, I mean, I love Ronaldo. He's a great player. But with the way we are, I don't think he'll...
No, it was. If he was
Be
to
a
turn
suit.
around and say, look, I'm happy to be a squad player, come on last 20 minutes,
Absolutely.
Come on, it's
every club
Ronaldo,
would take him,
you
wouldn't
take
they?
him.
But Ronaldo ain't going to want that.
But no, he's
gonna
not
wanna be
going to
the
want. He's
star
going to be
man.
the.
Would you have him at Spurs?
Yes, but it's set for the same thing. Like you bring him on to have the experience and to do a job off the bench.
Would you have him at Leeds?
No.
Over Rodrigo
Ex-
Moret,
ex-Man
over a guy
United.
like
Over Rodrigo,
Rodrigo
the best
Moret.
player in the Premier League,
Over
the best
Rodrigo.
striker.
I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
Rodrigo
you know?
better than Ronaldo now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my.
I mean, look, also,
Statistically.
it's a very tough one because he's Man U.
Goes per minute.
It's like a Spurs player going to Arsenal. It's one of those. Yeah, I'd still take Ronaldo. He'd be on the bench, probably, but of course.
There's no way
On the
Ronaldo
bench
sits
at
on
least,
your
he
No,
bench.
no,
He
that's
doesn't
the
sit
thing.
on
He's
your
not going
bench.
to sit on it. He ain't going to sit on a bench.
Yeah.
You've got players
on
like
the bench
Pickford and
at
Rodrigo
No,
Moret.
no,
It's hard to
don't,
get
no,
anything.
don't.
Isn't it, Lee?
Where?
If you're on the bench, right, Ronaldo, yeah, you're going to be on the bench at Leeds. It's
At
time to
Leeds.
retire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Call it a day.
I reckon he'll go
Come
abroad.
on the bench at Leeds, you having a laugh?
Innit?
You're
Are
damn
you mad?
right.
That's a disrespect.
Half of your players should be on the bench
He'd
at
be
Leeds as
picking
well.
the team. Let alone.
No.
Whatever
He'd
you
be
want.
picking the team,
what,
mate. He'd be your
what are
main
you
guy.
on today? Because can I have some?
know.
Half of whose players
I
will
wanna
be on
be
the bench
there.
at Leeds?
Exactly.
A good night's sleep.
Half of Arsenal's players will be on the bench at Leeds.
No, I'm not looking at
Took a minute. Yeah,
How
I'd say
much
so.
did we beat
I'd say
Leeds?
so.
Wasn't it 3-4-1?
No, beat 1-0
It was
this year.
1-0 because Rodrigo sprayed some 40-yard pass to Saka.
Oh yeah,
great-
it's when you guys
great
turned the
assist.
electricity off.
Yeah. Again, because of VAR is why you won that game as well, which is ridiculous. I mean, Bamford fouls
How'd you get on in your
Gabriel.
how'd you get on in your
I
last
mean,
game?
wind
He
flicking
did.
hard.
He did
No
foul.
way.
Huh?
No way he should.
How'd you get on in your
A
last
gust of
game?
wind hit him.
What's your last game against?
It was against Tottenham.
And how'd you get
What
on?
happened?
Yeah, but VAR again. VAR again. What
I thought we
happens?
were
Long
full of
lay.
excuses.
Dolphin dives backwards into Melier, completely throws him into the goal. Oh yeah, I suppose that's not a foul, mate. Yeah. Come off it.
Yeah.
Man.
Robbie, you've had some mad opinions, but Pogba being better than Gerrard is the worst I've ever heard you come
No,
out
I
with.
didn't say he was better than Gerrard. I said there's got to be an argument for it because of what he won a World Cup. He's won 2, isn't he? Or is it just the one?
No, just
He's won a World Cup, but when they won that World Cup, he was did he get player of the tournament?
I think he was out there like that.
Can't
But look,
I'm
you
sure
have to look back at
he got.
No.
Gerrard 2005, 2006. That's those couple of seasons when he won the Champions League on his own, really, and then the
FA
cup
Cup.
final, FA Cup final against West Ham.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
winning the World Cup is on another level, isn't it? So I'm just saying.
But how imperative
right,
was he?
there's very few players, right, that win a World Cup, right? And there's very few players. I'm sure. I mean, we have to check if he got player of the tournament, but he got player of the tournament.
He did.
Dig it.
Right, and he was instrumental in them winning that, and you know you've got that puts you right up there. I'm sorry,
It's a fair
that
point.
puts you right up there.
Different level.
Oh, that's a foul.
The
No,
box.
Ifan Semmi says Chris Waddle, another example. Giarto says Matt Letitia.
Yeah. Waddle, yeah.
Titus
Waddle.
said Gerrard played with the best players in the England squad, yet they won nothing.
yeah, and then you compare that to what Gerrard, amongst a great side, they called it the golden generation. Did nothing. He was poor.
He was the best player out of them.
yeah, but he
though,
was poor for England. Let's be real.
compared to what the other players were.
Yeah, I mean,
and
you
that
can
was
make
mismanaged.
excuses and say, "Oh, he's, the England
Because he
sport."
played
But
as
by
my
that
holding
definition,
midfield player, never played
Pogba's
in his
been
real
poor for
position.
Man
That's my
United.
argument.
Pogba's been
Right.
poor for Man United though. So
Away said number 1 is Zizou, number 2 Modric, number 3 Xavi, number 4 Iniesta,
Yeah,
and number
Zidane was
5
brilliant.
Toni Kroos.
no Phillips.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's quite a good list. Someone said, am I still suffering? A little bit. I do feel a little bit sick.
Serious,
Can't
still?
lie. I feel like it's just left like a sicky thing.
Get over it now. Carl.
Just the ultimate professional, you wouldn't know.
I really hope you land on chili because I've got a spoon right
No,
over there.
judges
with
don't want to get it.
Justice for me and Matisse.
I don't
You'll be
wipe
having
that
a
smile
full
off his
spoon.
face, man.
A
You know that
full
little
spoon.
Addy's doing? Look at me. I mean, also with a little sauce.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. Charlene didn't even watch it.
What?
The advert, did you? Didn't even watch
Oh no, I was doing my bet.
She's doing her bet. John said, what did Modric win at Spurs? What did Pogba win at United? I don't really think you can
Again,
just
I
base
don't
it
know,
on
wouldn't
Spurs
it?
and
Why?
United.
Keep going on to these things about winning things. It's not always about
It's
that.
another Harry Redknapp masterclass, Modric, isn't it? Did it with Lampard, did it with Modric. The guy knows a midfielder.
Crispy Chris says Seedorf is better than Modric. Even Lampard is better than Pogba from Overfloater. Smooth one, question for Charlene. When did you get into football and how did you get into football?
When did I get into football? So I started liking football when I was about 8. And what was the other question?
When did you get into it and how did you get into it?
I saw Ian Wright playing and then, he was the reason why I started liking football. And I used to want to play football actually, so that's
Cute.
cool. Yeah, but there weren't no girls teams.
No.
So I played rounders instead. So yeah.
Do you ever want to be a
It's a yellow
rounders?
card, isn't it?
I used to
No,
love
no.
rounders at school.
I used to, it was
I
my
used to
favourite
love rounders
sport
at
because
school.
it's the only one.
How's
I
that
could
not a
play,
yellow
yeah.
card?
But I would have loved to have
Referee's
played
been so
football
lenient.
over rounders.
At least it's different now. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And there's more opportunities
Yeah.
for
That's
females.
good skills,
and
isn't
stuff.
it?
But
Much more.
I reckon if I was playing football from a young age, I'd have been up there right now.
I reckon you would have been as well.
I'm quite athletic.
Yeah, you are. Proper athletic. Mark T said, not to disrespect Perisic, but he's in Hakimi's pocket the whole match. I feel ever since he moved to Spurs, he's been struggling. Sorry, Abby. Don't worry about me. I'm fine with it. I mean, Perisic is what,
He's getting
32,
old now, isn't he? He's getting
31?
Would you
Is he 30?
He's still a quality player, but
Can't remember how old he is. 31, 32, somewhere along
yeah, he's
there.
about 32.
I
He's
think
he's
he's
still a
32.
quality player, but he's coming to the end.
Yeah,
of
he's
it.
also playing, you know, up against Hakimi, who's half, you know, probably 10 years younger than him. Could
This
be wrong
game,
on
the
that.
two
But
teams
also,
are just
it's. I think
cancel
there's
each other
just
out,
been a lot of
0-0.
yeah, it's been very evenly matched this game. Not a lot of.
There is that thing
power in
that
the
both
final
teams
third.
don't want to
Yeah,
lose a game, do they? So
No.
they're sort of happy to take a
a
point
draw.
and move on.
Which is fine. We've only got a few minutes left. How much are we guessing is going to have extra time on this one?
Oh, 3 minutes, they've been a lot. haven't
Big
they?
Because
injury
don't
though,
get-
big
yeah,
injury with
exactly.
the ribs. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and the
yeah.
keeper was down with his back, so probably
6
7
minutes.
minutes. Yeah,
I'll say about
I've had
4.
6. 6.
I'll go
4
lucky
minutes.
number 7 again.
I've gone 3, so I'm out of it then.
What are you going, Abs?
You never know, you might be
What am I
scoring.
going for? I'm going to go for 4.
No, 4.
Yeah, I think that might be not that much, though.
Come
Yeah.
on, Morocco.
This
In
referee's
comparison.
been a good ref again, another good ref.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't know.
He's
A couple of
missed
yellow
quite a
cards
few,
he could have
hasn't
given.
I don't think there's been much
you know
good
what I mean?
reffing.
So I think, like, you know, a couple of them might have been yellow cards, but
Perisic's coming off.
Yeah, and he's just let it all slip.
I should have kept him on there, kept wearing him down.
Into Yanan, I love that. Ronaldo will go back to Real Madrid, no brainer. I don't think they'll have him back. Do you reckon?
Neither do I. No.
There's rumours he could do because obviously Benzema's out at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, but are they
Benzema's
going to
out
pay
injured.
they're going to pay the wages he wants?
Probably they won't pay that money, but remember
He ain't going to get the money what he was
no
getting.
signing on
Right,
fee
sure.
either, is there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
true.
contract as well. They're going to want Mbappe in 6 months or so, aren't they?
But you
So
think
they're
about it
gonna
with Ronaldo now. There's no they cancelled. That's why he wanted that thing cancelled. There's no signing on fee.
Yeah, so
Right? All you got to pay is wages. So even if say the wages over the next 2 seasons cost you 15 million, you haven't had to pay a signing on fee.
Yeah,
Transfer fee.
So
Yeah.
it might be
you're
worth.
going
a
to get
punt.
it back on the shirts. Remember what that fella said to us, didn't he?
Yeah. You get back on the shirt sales.
They
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
it's
was
true.
ordering like 200.
6
Six
minutes
mi-
added on.
Yeah.
Spot
6
on, Rob.
minutes, you got it.
Those 200,000 shirts they ordered extra,
Yeah.
didn't they? Like,
If he went back to Real Madrid, there'd be loads of
just,
shirts.
And
and
then
that's
they've
why
done
you
it
want
again.
him for the commercial
You know,
side
I
of
think that's where
things.
I was thinking maybe Chelsea, but I think it could be Real Madrid. You know?
Yeah, let's see if you're right. Mark T says Germany v Japan up next. Tomiyasu pocket is massive. Smoky Setting said, Robbie, would you take Michael Elise this January?
I like him. Very good player.
Very good player, isn't he, for Palace?
Very
Yeah,
good
very
player.
good player.
I would take him. Yeah.
Would they let him go?
I'd prefer
They
Zaha.
would. They wouldn't let him go. He's
Zaha be
and
on
he's
the
worth.
free,
He's
Yeah,
worth a lot of money.
Sahara on a free, would be nice.
He'd be a lot of money. I'll take Zaha though.
I think there'll be a lot.
A lot going for Zaha, I think.
I think there'll be a lot of interest.
I don't
for
think
sure.
Tommy
Zaha's,
Ashford's played today, do you? I don't think he'd be, just
Tommy
come
Ashford?
back from a hamstring, isn't he? So I don't think he'd be
Wait,
playing.
is he? Did he have a hammy?
Yeah, that's why he didn't play the last few games for Arsenal.
Oh, yeah, because he came back from injury. And then
But I think he might be fit. He was speaking in a press conference yesterday and everything. So
Man Like Sweeper said, who is the best, Roy Keane or Patrick Vieira for club, not country? Oh, club and
Vieira.
country. Club and country.
you're asking the wrong people here.
The Arsenal
Yeah,
player.
that's a good point.
I'm a big Roy Keane fan as well. Don't get me wrong, he was.
Try and do
quality.
this unbiasedly.
And I would do it unbiasedly.
I'm probably
Yeah.
going to get crucified by Leeds fans, but I might have to edge with Keno. I might have to edge it.
That says
I thought you were
it's
going to say
Vieira all
something
day long,
outrageous.
like,
Didn't know what you were going to go for.
Yeah.
I just think at the end of the day, Vieira, in my opinion, Vieira was just a little bit better footballer.
More all round.
Yeah.
All round a better player. But Keane was good.
Yeah.
Give Phillips some time, I think he could get up there.
How long? How long are we giving him?
20 years, 25 years.
what, Calvin Phillips?
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
He's no longer at
seems to
Leeds.
be knocking
No,
him
he's
down.
Those teeth,
But
man.
he's my guy.
Was you gutted when he left?
Oh, yeah, I was. That's the one guy I thought we're going to keep is Phillips. Rafinha, I knew we'd lose because he's not really a Leeds fan, everything. Phillips, I thought he's a Leeds boy through and through. He stayed before, showed us loyalty to get us up in the first place, but I can't knock him for it. It's
I
Man
just think
City.
it was a bad move for him.
The
Going out.
one that hurts me is Haaland because he's a Leeds boy as well.
Yeah.
So, we could have had Phillips and Haaland.
Oh, God.
It's true. He actually said, Phillips said, Erling Haaland's asked me to go to a Leeds game with him later on in the season. So you're going to see him at Ellen Road soon. Give it a couple of years when we're in the top 4, you'll see him lacing up for Ellen Road as well, for Leeds.
Are you happy with your new manager?
Yeah, I love Marsh. I love him. Nobody likes him
I was
really.
going to say,
but
most Leeds fans I ever speak to say they
Why
don't
did I
like
think
him.
you'd like him?
Because he's a bit of a shithouse.
All
you
the
know,
other
he
Leeds
likes
fans
it.
don't, but I
I've
knew
never heard any Leeds fans say
for
they
some
have
reason
with
I
him,
know
other
you
than
would.
He kept us. He's no Bielsa. Bielsa is greatest manager I've ever seen
you have
in
him
my
back?
life. Oh,
He's the
any day.
greatest
Would you
manager
rather
now.
have
He's the greatest
Bielsa or
manager.
Guardiola?
Greatest manager you've ever seen.
Yeah, well, Guardiola says himself that Bielsa's better, so I think that answers your question.
Oh my gosh.
Guardiola is Bielsa's protege,
Protege.
shall I say.
Hold on,
Yeah.
so
Would you rather have Conte or Marsh?
you
Conte or Marsh? Oh, Conte plays some terrible football, man. That's not even a question. He's
Would
going to
you
be sacked
rather
from you lot in a
have-
second.
Let's think.
Guardiola
Yeah.
or Bielsa?
Bielsa.
Arteta or Bielsa.
Ooh, I like Arteta as well. And Arteta is the protege of the protege. He's the double protege. But you still got to go for the master.
Would you rather have Ancelotti or Marsh?
Ooh, Don Carlo. I'd have to go. Oh, Jesse Marsh, though, he gets us playing some exciting things. I'd have to go Don
I
Carlo.
literally
on that
want to
one.
smack this over my head.
I'll go Don Carlo.
Surprised
on
you
that
didn't say
one. Don
Abbi
Carlo.
then.
But you'd have Bielsa over Guardiola.
Yeah. I love Bielsa, man. I love him.
Right. In loving memory of my little brother, it says Robbie and B-Tech Luke Ayling sitting together looking like David and Goliath.
Technically, Kaelin, I like that.
We met Luke Haaland, innit? Up
Yeah,
when we were
yeah,
at Leeds. Nice guy, man.
Leeds, yeah, nice
Used to,
guy.
was at Arsenal.
Arsenal boy.
Yeah. That's brilliant because where we was, they was all coming out, weren't they? All
Yeah,
the
Jermaine
old
Beckford
players.
we met.
Yeah, all the
Nice
Noel
guy.
Whelan. Do you remember him, Noel Whelan?
Yeah.
Do you remember him? Or?
It was a bit before my time. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Go on, come on, Morocco, man.
Paul Tierney,
Can we get a
I'm
quick
assuming not the
goal?
referee, said USA player Yunus Musa played for England up until he was
What, the
under
referee?
18 level.
He was at
Plays with
Arsenal.
Valencia now, a former Arsenal player. Impressive.
He was at Arsenal, and you know, I know the scout who spotted him, and always says Arsenal should never let him go.
You know scouts.
Hmm?
You know scouts.
You
Give him
couple
my number. You know.
What
Get
position
him
are
to come
you?
watch me do a little training
after
session,
some of
you
the
know?
things you said today, mate. I don't want to discredit my reputation amongst these scouts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's going to the
You know what I mean?
scouts. not-
Bielsa over
Scouts and
Guardiola.
the Cubs, you know what I mean? Like,
Guardiola says it himself.
Yeah, Cub
man.
Scouts. You know what I mean? Yeah.
James,
Boys
what
Brigade.
position do you play?
King Gang,
winger.
Goody.
Okay.
Yeah.
John D said this guy is drunk or something.
Well, we don't
Level
know.
Earth
We're
said, I
checking
love
his
this
coffee
guy.
hours.
Yeah.
Level Earth loves you. Football champ, Bielsa over Pep. Are you mad?
little bit.
This Leeds fan is delusional. Let's have it. Right, London teams just ain't it.
I got to agree.
Fair point. It's a fair point. London teams aren't always
Well,
it.
speak for yourself, mate. About London teams, ain't it?
Last 15 seconds.
Would you rather have Thiago or Fabregas as DHH?
Fabregas.
Oh,
Cesc.
This is another 0-0, guys, isn't it?
yeah.
Cesc.
Disappointing.
Fabregas
Disappointing
is a good
game,
player,
isn't it?
wasn't he?
Yeah.
I know.
I'd have
bit
to. I'd
flat.
have to.
What
That's
he did
it.
at Chelsea
That's
as
it.
well.
Proper dick.
Game
Nil,
over.
nil.
0-0. Disappointing game.
Fulker says Arabic teams are doing surprisingly better than
Yeah, they're
expected.
doing well, yeah.
Senna says, I'm so proud of the Moroccans. Rosa says Morocco. Viran says happy for Morocco. Morocco.
It's that
Miraculous.
Morocco.
I mean, is that a
It's
better
funny.
result for Morocco than Croatia?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah. I think you know that's a hard fought draw.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good point from Morocco. They'll be pleased with that.
Quite evenly matched though. That
Yeah, I
game.
was just about to say that. It
Yeah,
was
there wasn't
very-
too
Yeah,
much.
not a lot in it at all. Right,
wasn't
yeah.
too much. How did everyone do in their predictions?
Well, I predicted a 3-1 win.
So rubbish, then, really.
Yeah,
like.
exactly.
0-0. I said 1-0. So I'm unlucky.
Yeah, you were the closest. I
Closest.
went 2-1.
So that gets me the win, so does it? Because I was the closest.
Your prize is right there. on the
What did you? What was you 3-2? You said, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a
Three,
goal
so
fest.
he said it was going to be a goal fest, you know.
0-0.
Didn't see
That just about sums you
That
up
sums it
the
up.
whole stream.
I could see loads of goals in this game. 3-2.
Loads of goals.
0-0.
Don't forget, you've got a scan to enter for the prediction battle. You can still do your predictions for the next game, which is Germany-Japan. We'll be, of course, following that game coming up at 12:30. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. Who's joining us for that stream? Rob, are you staying on?
I'm joining you.
Rob will be
I've
joining
got
us.
Japan in the sweepstake, mate. I'm
Oh,
back
have
in.
you?
Yeah.
He's gonna keep
Come on,
his,
Tommy.
Konnichiwa.
keep keep his eyes on Tomiyasu, as will Lee Judges, who's also joining us.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll have some other guests with us too.
You
Don't
here?
forget to watch
I'm
the
here.
I
advert.
don't know.
You here for it?
Key thing.
Bring him back, man. You know what I mean? Just do a poll.
Yeah, okay.
You, if you want him
let's
back.
do a poll. Let's do a poll. If you would like to see James on the
1%.
next,
I was say it's a comfy seat. I'm good here.
99%.
might be.
Oh, so-
Just in terms of the group, that leaves Croatia top on a point. Morocco also, I guess, joint top on a point. Belgium and Canada
I'll tell you, that's a
play
hard
this
group, man.
afternoon. It's a tough
That's
group.
a hard group because, you know, Canada, they're a little dark horse. Not they'll win it or nothing, but they're a good side, you know. They're a good side, Canada. They qualified well.
And of
Yeah,
course,
it'd be
Belgium as
interesting.
well. You can't write
Belgium,
Belgium
yeah.
off. We're, you know, all of us have a lot of high expectations from Belgium. But again, maybe haven't always stepped up to it in tournaments when it have mattered. So let's see what they can bring to the table. But that brings us to the end of this stream. We will see you all in about half an hour. Make sure you stay with us. Thank you to Lee. Thank you to Charlene. Thank you to Rob. Thank you to James for some absolutely riveting or mind-blowing thoughts.
Thank you to you, Abby.
Thank you,
Well done,
honey.
Abby. Well
Thank
done for the
you.
sauce.
Soldiering through the sauce and hosting the show.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and we will see you in about half an hour for Germany taking on Japan. So keep it locked in and keep with us on DR Sports.
Let's play DR Sports Prediction Battle. It's the return of 5 times champions Brazil tomorrow. I reckon they're going to win 3-0 against Serbia. What do you think? And Jesus, he's definitely going to score. That's if he plays. Remember, we've got daily specials to put your World Cup knowledge to the test. Sign up and play by clicking the link.